be. Skip the Preakness.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell is everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a great fucking day today. We have game 2 of the series against the Yankees. And we're gonna fucking win this one, bruh. We're gonna fucking do it. I just threw up a few minutes ago. Not much. But I definitely feel better now. The rain is cleared out just in time for the game. And it looks like there's no more rain for the rest of the night. But yeah, I'm ready for tonight's game. I'm excited for it. Gonna be good. Definitely not like last night. Last night fucking sucked. That was my least favorite game of the entire season. Starting pitcher for the Boston Red Sox is our ace, Garrett Crochet. He has a 1.98 ERA in 13 games played this year, has 101 strikeouts and 82 innings pitched. For the New York Yankees, Ryan Yarbrough is the starting pitcher. He has a 2.83 ERA in 13 games played, has 40 strikeouts and 41 and a third innings pitched. Starting lineup for the Boston Red Sox, Jarren Duran leads off in left field. Rafael Devers bats second at DH. Rob Refsnyder bats third in right field. Carlos Narvaez bats fourth at catcher. Romy Gonzalez bats fifth at first base. Abraham Toro bats sixth at third base. Trevor Story bats seventh at shortstop. Ceddanne Rafaela bats eighth in center field. And Christian Campbell bats ninth at second base. For the New York Yankees, Paul Goldschmidt bats first. He leads off at first base. Ben Rice bats second at DH. Aaron Judge bats third in right field. Cody Bellinger bats fourth in center field. Jason Dominguez bats fifth in left field. DJ LeMahieu bats sixth at second base. Austin Wells bats seventh at catcher. Pablo Reyes bats eighth at third base. And Oswaldo Peraza bats ninth at shortstop. So yeah, hoping for a good game today.
rotation to get off to good starts. Well, he's not only gotten off to a good start, he's dominating, and he's dominating in a lot of ways. And for the Red Sox, the season starts tonight. They have to turn it around. They have to be competitive early, and this guy gives them the best chance to be competitive and actually win a game.
Yeah, they'd like to get out of the first inning with a chance. Gave up 5 runs in the first inning yesterday, and that's been a theme all year. Yankees took the first game 9-6. We're all set for game 2. We had to wait around until June for these teams to meet up for the first time. But we're set for game 2 on Baseball Night in America. Yankees and Red Sox coming up next.
You know this ball is scorched. Google Cloud AI knows that 102 mile per hour exit velocity with a 38-degree launch angle means a 40% chance that ball's out of it. Plus, it's 95 degrees out, so the ball is going to carry an extra 6.6 feet today. Talk about a hot hit. Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud AI.
Each week, the finest manipulators will compete to become the snake.
Hope you know you can trust me.
And take control of the game.
I deserve an Oscar for that performance.
The Snake series premiere Tuesday on Fox.
Clogged? What do you mean a clog?
Over time, drain tile systems can get clogged with silt and debris, eventually becoming non-functional. Woodford Brothers is your local waterproofing expert. Would you like me to call them today?
Oh, yeah.
Economic turmoil got you down? Let Pawn King turn that frown upside down. Save money at Pawn King on electronics, power tools, jewelry, watches, home appliances, video game systems, laptop, tablets, and more. Save money at Pawn King. Check us out at PawnKingNY.com.
New York summer and a beautiful night here at Yankee Stadium. It was raining earlier today, but we're all set for baseball. Let blue skies above as Judge and the Yankees try to take the first 2 games from their longtime rival on a 71-degree night in the Bronx. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Red Sox here in Game 2 with Jarren Duran to lead things off, and then Rafael Devers hitting second and DHing. This is the lineup that they sent up there against lefties. They got Remschneider hitting third. Carlos Narvaez, who they got in a trade from the Yankees this offseason. Romy Gonzalez.
Bro, fucking come on.
Abraham Torres at third with Alex Bregman still on the injured list. Story, Rafaela, and the rookie Christian Campbell down at the bottom third of the order. Ryan Yarbrough, who spent spring training with the Toronto Blue Jays, didn't make the team. He signs a tiny 1-year contract with the Yankees and moves into the rotation at the start of May. And what a surprise, he's got 3-0 with a 2.08 since entering the rotation.
He's been a lifesaver. With Cole going down, he's filling a gap, and he's doing it extremely well. He's got a great breakdown of pitches. Look, both these left-handed pitchers are hard to hit for different reasons. You're going to see literally 2 different ways to get weak or no contact.
Yeah, interesting thing with Ryan Yarbrough, he's the softest thrower in baseball, but it's the softest contact against in baseball.
It is. He gets 2 strikes. He's tough to hit. The only hiccup, first pitch. Success against him is about the only success
All right,
you're going to have.
here we go.
I'm sure you're going to get a strike. He throws first pitch strikes more than anybody in baseball. And the first guy to face him is Jarren Duran. Red Sox trying to get going. They've dropped 9 of their last 12. 5 games below 500.
All right, and
Back in the division.
off we go.
Off we go with a strike on the inside corner to Duran. Yarbrough coming off beating the Dodgers on Sunday. Went 6 innings, just 1 run allowed against one of the top offenses in baseball. 33-year-old comes home, and Duran hooks a fly ball down the line.
Oh, is that gone?
The corner.
Nope.
And
Foul.
It's up there forever.
The wind blew whatever rain was in the area. It was blowing out. to right field, so that ball kept hooking away from Judge. And not a lot of room over there, but I don't know. I think the wall was afraid that Judge would come in and do some damage.
Started to inch its way back. So quickly 0-2 on Jarren Duran, who tripled in yesterday's ball game, scored a couple of runs. Electric player at the top of this lineup. He really made his mark last year, winning the MVP of the All-Star game. He's the first guy in more than 50 years to lead the league in doubles and in triples.
Well, he's got so much talent, and you know, mentally he's gone through a lot. He's talked about it. He's got many different ways to get on base. He's got power, he's got speed. Playing a new position at left field this year versus center last year.
Takes strike three. And here's
That's
the
strike
thing with
three.
Yarbrough, John. This has always been a guy who's been about inducing soft contact, but the strikeouts have gone through the roof this year.
Well, you see the arm angle. He throws way across his body, and he threw a floating breaking ball that looked like it was going to be outside, and it was. And then this one to the hitter feels like it's going to do the same thing, but only stays on plane and catches the corner.
Well, the Blues are for Rafael Devers, who didn't waste any time getting his latest home run swing against the Yankees. Homer in the first game of this series, and leading the majors with 56 knocked in this year.
And that's after a horrible start to the season where everybody was like, what is going on? He struck out 9 in the first 11 or something like that.
And he goes into right center.
And Rafael Devers gets that down for a base hit. That'll go for extra bases. He'll get a double out of that.
Into second,
Nice.
get a double.
Yeah, the Red Sox have a strange year offensively. They don't make a lot of contact. They swing outside the zone a lot. They swing and miss a lot. But they're in the top in a lot of offensive categories that wouldn't be piggybacked on that. So they do a good job when they do put it in play. They hit it hard, and they score enough runs to make every game competitive. They just need to get out of the gate a lot earlier.
Got sixth in the majors.
Here's
runs
Rob
scored, as
Refsnyder.
you've seen. To your point, Pepper in the top of the leaderboards across the league offensively. First one to Rob Refsnyder is lifted to center field.
And that'll be fly out into center field, and that'll be out number 2.
But they've been boomer bust offensively. They've not been a good situational hitting team. The bigger issue has been the run prevention, whether that's the starting pitching or the defense, which has just been atrocious. And then when they found themselves in close games, 6 and 17 in one-run games, and they find themselves, like you said off at the top, season's got to start today.
Yeah.
I mean, 65 games in, but already 10 and a half back.
And what's unfair is what's fair for every club. They have a lot of injuries, and their injuries have forced a lot of young players to play, and they're going to have to learn at a high curve right now.
This is one of those guys, Carlos Narvaez, and he's not one that everybody was talking about coming into the year. He's been a revelation for him. He got him in an under-the-radar trade from the Yankees this offseason. Connor Wong got hurt early, and Narvaez getting a chance to play more, has owned that spot. An elite defense and hitting .284. Bounces this one to
And that'll
second.
be grounded for out number 3.
Yarbrough pitches in on the double. Garrett Crochet takes the ball for the Red Sox. What a season he's having with a sub-2 ERA. A strikeout machine tries to slow one of the best offenses in baseball.
After my second tour in Iraq as an F-16 pilot, I witnessed a family as their fallen soldier returned home. I felt a calling to help. Budweiser has believed in Folds of Honor for 15 years. Today, we honor our veterans and the 62,000 scholarships awarded to their families. That's more than enough to fill this stadium. Buy Budweiser and join us in supporting military families.
His leadership with the youngest roster in the NBA is pretty impressive.
Everything you want in a franchise player.
Just an unbelievable offensive force.
I want to thank my teammates. Without them, I'm nothing.
The Oklahoma City Thunder are having one of the greatest seasons in history.
They are dialed in.
Happy for the moment, but this isn't our goal. We want to win an NBA championship.
The NBA Finals.
Huge news. You can get a son of for just $3. Wait, I said son of. Look at the words. Son of Baconator is $3. Thank you. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
With Thrivent, your personal finances aren't just personal. We use money as a tool to help all the people we hold in our hearts. Because the most important thing isn't what you're planning for, it's who. Thrivent, where money means more.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Here come the Yankees. Bottom of the first inning, up to the plate for the first time today. Here's the lineup from Aaron Boone. A little different look to it today. Volpe's out of there, got hit on the elbow yesterday. He's day-to-day, but Peraza starts him short instead. Pablo Reyes gets a rare start at third base. Where's Josh Chisholm? He's been the best hitter on the Yankees this week, but he gets a little bit of rest and available off the bench today against the lefty Garrett Crochet, who struck out a season-high 12 against the Braves on Sunday, and a 1.98 ERA, a shining star in this otherwise frustrating year for Boston. His first pitch of the game, the Paul Goldschmidt, misses high.
Paul Goldschmidt. I had to look this up. I had to ask Rick. I've seen it. I still don't believe it. 5'10" against left-handed pitchers. He's hitting 5'10".
Yeah.
So he'd say he's dominating the left-hand side of the mound.
Yeah, it's leadoff. Resurgence form here.
1-1 count here to Paul Goldschmidt.
He's been one of the most improved guys in baseball. They're right at the heart of the story of this Yankees season, where so much of the conversation in the offseason was how do they replace Juan Soto? How good is this plan B that they had to pivot to? But in a example of you go with the superstar or several really good players, that's looked like a pretty good pivot from Brian Cashman in the front office.
Absolutely. I think they did everything they had to do once they couldn't sign Soto. And they're a well-oiled machine right now.
And that's strike three.
For Crochet with that cutter. It's been one of the best in baseball. We take a look at Fox 4 site, powered by Google Cloud. Here at Crochet, top 10 in the majors with that 1.98 ERA. He's third in strikeouts. Got a chance today to pass Tarek Skubal for the American League lead.
I'm going to say it goes to 73% right now.
Okay. Get your calculator out. Then Rice bounces this one back to the middle. There's Trevor Story.
And that's on number 2.
There's out number 2.
Just went to 68.
It's just, come on, Google. And here comes Aaron Judge. 3 more hits yesterday. 397, 62 games into the season.
It's amazing to me what he's been able to do and how many, we talked about it last week, closing windows of pitchers, getting him out, areas that he is laying off the pitch. And when he swings the bat, he's hitting the ball. He's aggressive, and he's hitting it where they're throwing it. He's not so much trying to just hit it to the moon, which he can.
And still does, with 21 home runs on the year. And that what we just showed right there, John, is why this is more impressive and more amazing than I think anybody has taken the time to really consider. He's hitting 397 in an era where the average hitter is at 244. And even if he's Luis Arraez hitting 2 home runs a year, if he's hitting 397, it's eye-popping. It's 397 with as big a power as anybody in the world has.
And you know, you could say that this ball club adds about 5 to 10 home runs a year on an average player. It doesn't matter what he is. He's going to hit home runs anyway.
Makes them all look small. He'd hit home runs. He makes Parks look like the old John Smoltz football field. Yeah. Put up a Lansing this year. Here you go.
He would do some damage in there.
Yeah, I'd say. We need to reinforce that net. He's down on strikes here. Garrett Crochet.
And that'll end the first inning. Nice. Very nicely done.
Graduates.
Nicely done, son.
Real world. Ready for whatever lies ahead. Except for the following, which you're likely to find exceedingly difficult. Going to a 9-to-5 job. Doing your taxes. Putting on a duvet cover. Taking off a duvet cover. Realizing you're never going to go to the gym. This guy knows what I'm talking about. And so, life is hard, but saving money by bundling your home and auto with Progressive is easy. Oh yeah, deciding what's for dinner every night for the rest of your life.
At Fisher Investments, we may look like other money managers, but we're different.
You can't be that different.
We are. We have a team of specialists not only in investing, but also in financial and estate planning and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, and as a fiduciary, we always put their interests first.
But you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, we have a simple management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Huh, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
In the off-season, I'm a male and mom. Now I have relaxed fit hands-free Skechers slip-ins. No bending down, and no touching. I kind of love not using my hands.
Come on, Andy.
I'm out the game. Try relaxed fit Skechers slip-ins.
The first time you try Bounce, it hits you. Your laundry feels way fresher, softer. So you start to wonder, if I put a sheet of Bounce on the finance guy, will it make him softer? Bounce can't do it all. But for better laundry,
When you prefer a dream vacation over a rental nightmare, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay. This is a meal.
Max, streaming iconic stories and live sports across Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus.
On toast sandwiches. It just meals good at Panera.
Tonight's telecast is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Step up to the plate for savings. Yankees and Red Sox did not play until last night. That was their first matchup all year. Our very own Big Papi and Derek Jeter. Two of the many faces to this long-time rivalry. 9-6 Yankees yesterday with a 5-run first inning. They led 7-0 after 2, and so first things first, Garrett Crochet is able to put up a 0 in the first inning, which has just been a disaster for the whole Red Sox staff this year. On to the second we go, no scores. Romy Gonzalez floats the first pitch he sees into the gap.
Romy Gonzalez will get that in there for a double.
A double on the first pitch of the inning. You know, that's such a good piece of hitting. You can't go up there trying to pull a pitcher like Yarbrough. He'll give you some pitches to hit, but if you try to pull this ball, you're going to pop it up. You've got to go with the pitch and think about other way first, and if he drops one in, drop the barrel of the bat and pull the baseball. So for the Boston Red Sox, this approach, early aggressive but go the other way, would be better suited for them against a pitcher like this. Leadoff man aboard, Urban Toro spurs around, playing a little small ball here, fouls it off. Toro signed a minor league contract with the Red Sox and started the season in AAA. And a .220 hitter for his career, is hitting .319 to lead the Red Sox since coming up and plugging some holes because of the injuries. Corners pinched in. After showed bunt that first pitch. This time swinging away, popping a fly ball to right field for Judge. Gone in his second inning, and we go down to the field. Say hello to Ken Rosenthal.
Joe, you mentioned earlier Ryan Yarbrough was with the Blue Jays in spring training. He had an opt-out in his minor league contract, and when he told the Jays he wanted to exercise it, they said, okay, we'll put you on the roster, but you have to give us the right to terminate your contract within 45 days. Yarbrough said, I'm not doing that. I proved myself to you guys last season. I proved myself in spring training. The Yankees made essentially the same offer, same termination clause, but he had no problem proving himself to a new team. So here he is doing kind of what Luke Weaver did a couple of years ago for the Yankees, doing more for them than they ever envisioned when they acquired him.
The Yankees, of course, saw him firsthand what he could do. First 5 years of his career with the Tampa Bay Rays. Trevor Story pops the first pitch towards the seats. Aaron Boone was telling us today, I'd sit over there and say, man, I would love to have this guy on our team, and now that he does, so these are some of his favorite days to get to watch Yarbrough pitch. Well, here's the reality. We don't have the patience for pitchers that don't throw 98, because when they go bad, it looks worse. But they're going to be healthy. They're going to miss with the timing of the hitter. Grounded to short. Peraza.
And that'll be out number 2.
Like that. I mean, I think our game could use more pitchers like this. Unfortunately, that's not what they're looking for. They want the flamethrowers. The flamethrowers, bad games are not going to be as bad, and when they're good, it looks even greater. And I think he's proven himself that he knows how to get to the angles, get to the corners, and what typically the reason we don't look for these pitchers, they have to come over the plate a little bit more. And when the feeling is, if they do, hitters are going to hit them.
Cedar Rafaela. With runner at third and 2 gone, takes a little bit high. It's a bigger discussion. I hate to even bring it up with 2 outs here, but when I'm a kid and I want to be a big league pitcher, and I don't think there's any chance I get noticed if I pitch like that.
Exactly right. You're going to chase velocity, and it's flawed in the ultimate outcome, but it's not flawed in the reward to try to have an outcome. What I mean by that is your career is going to be cut short, no doubt, but you'll have a chance at a career if you're throwing harder than if you don't.
Ryan Yarbrough in his 8th season. Home of the 2-0 to Rafaela. Downstairs at ball 3. Elite defense for Cedar Rafaela. That's why they signed him to a long-term contract last year, but he's added the bat lately. Homered in 3 consecutive games this week against the Angels.
Didn't he have the shortest home run in the history of Fenway Park?
Yeah, shortest walk-off just inside the pesky pole. Curacao debuted at the end of 2023, signed a big contract a few days into last year. On a 3-1 from Yarbrough. Rafaela takes ball 4. And so Yarbrough pitches him carefully with Christian Campbell coming up. Rafaela, one of the younger players, but nobody younger than Christian Campbell coming up here. 22 years of age, the rookie who took the league by storm in April, won Rookie of the Month. Asked Alex Cora, what's the difference between April and since? And he said, the big leagues, man. Yeah. Big leagues undefeated.
They'll expose you. They'll get to certain trends. You have to make them change. Right now, he's really struggling against left-handed pitching for whatever reason, and they will expose that. Whatever that is over the course of a season, you have to adjust, change the scouting report.
Trying to get the Red Sox on the board here in the 2nd. Swings and misses. And he's right now, Alex Cora, trying to help Campbell preserve some sanity, right? It's the first time in his life he's ever failed. Stormed through the minors last year. Was the minor league player of the year, regardless of organization. And got to the big leagues here and thrived right away. The $134 since the start of May.
There's a base hit for Christian Campbell. That'll score a run.
Christian Campbell out of the 9th spot.
It's a 1-0 ball game.
Single to make it 1-0 Boston.
Well, the 2 hits they had in this inning, they went the other way. And that one, they were pounding him in, getting him. That's where clubs have been getting exposed, and the big swing. See how he stays on the ball and keeps his head down and goes the other way. Too big of a swing, can't do that. Try to pull it, can't do that. So it's one of those hits that there's there for every hitter in the game. It's just harder for the velocity of the pitchers and the way guys swing to go and stay on the ball and go the other way.
So the Red Sox take advantage of the leadoff double from Gonzalez. They have their first lead of this series, and back to the top of the order in Jarren Duran. He should be aggressive on the first pitch. Here he comes. They'll look back to second.
So if you're Yarbrough thinking about that, you might want to throw a breaking ball right here. You see, with runners on, he's excelled.
Yarbrough 75% first pitch strike. No, that's outside. Side with a cutter. Cutter's gone from his least used pitch last year to his most used pitch this year. Uses all those pitches, 4 or 5 that he's got. And Boone said he's just getting better and better at knowing which ones to use when. Chopper left side. Reyes has it. That's the inning. Red Sox draw first blood. It's Campbell out of the 9th spot. 1-0 Boston.
A major motion picture. An evolution in customer experience. A game-changing approach to golf. Behind them all, advanced.
So that'll bring us to the bottom of the 2nd inning here. It's a 1-0 ball game. Red Sox have the lead.
Collaboration between remote production hubs. T-Mobile fuels Tractor Supply stores nationwide with 5G internet. And innovates with PGA of America to elevate the game. Business goes further with T-Mobile for Business.
If
If you keep making that face, it's gonna stay like that.
Funny. I'm trying to get my own car insurance.
Well, that's easy. USAA.
I thought that was for the military.
And their families. Grandpa served, and he joined USAA. He shared membership with your mom, so she'll give it to you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And they'll take good care of you.
USAA. Members who switched saved an average of $725 annually on auto insurance.
The DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket comes in your choice of honey barbecue or new buffalo. Layered with flavor from the top, bottom, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket. Get yours now only at DQ.
Win a really big design contract. Realize you're more of a creative type than a finance type. Use QuickBooks to get your cash flow flowing. Start designing. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks. Your way to money.
You know Harbor Freight for affordability, but durability goes right along with it. You see, we test, and then we test again. Now, it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Congratulations, Mom and Dad. Your life now revolves around sports. Well, you wouldn't trade it for anything. Welcome to Sporthood. DSG, only at Dick's.
Google Cloud AI knows a 98-mile-per-hour heater with a 13-inch drop means a 24.7% chance the home team gets a strikeout. And hot dog sales are up 4%, which means they're racking up the Ks. Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud AI.
After 1-2-3 first inning for Garrett Crochet, Cody Bellinger starts the second for the Yankees. Crochet's first pitch is in there for a strike, and left field tonight, Jarren Duran kind enough to wear the microphone and the earpiece for us. Jarren?
What's up, boys? How we doing?
Yay!
Red Sox with a 1-0 lead here. Bellinger takes in the dirt. Hey, we're talking about up here how funky Ryan Yarbrough looks, how different.
Jen Duran's mic'd up.
Man, it's all the lefties that gotta be all nasty looking and funky looking for me. It's not the best feeling though. I mean, he's got all these angles, good pitches. I mean, he's just a really good pitcher, man. He just knows how to pitch.
Speaking of angles, now that you're playing a traditional left field, how hard of an adjustment is it after you're playing at home against the monster and then here?
Honestly, it's a little more freeing. I don't have a giant wall behind me to
play first. Bellinger's there with an infield hit. Empty check ball there for Romy Gonzalez, and Bellinger uses his speed to start this inning. Yeah, that one, if he had to do over again, he would have let his second baseman get it. But once he went way out past second base, Crochet really had no chance to get there. Kind of falls off the third base, and then getting to first is going to be difficult. Gonzalez relatively new to playing first base. He said those are the plays that are the most difficult for him, deciding whether to go after the ball in right or to his right or not. Strike on Jason Dominguez. Visiting with Jarren Duran. The Red Sox get on the board with a base hit from Christian Campbell.
Chester.
I would imagine everybody has to be so happy to see a young kid like that have something to feel good about this weekend, huh?
Absolutely. I can relate to how grindy he's getting. You know, getting up here, especially Yankee Stadium. You know, trying to get that first one out of the way. So I mean, the kid's a gamer, man.
Dominguez down looking. One away. I know you guys got a young team, and you've been in the league long enough to know about this rivalry, but is there something special when you get to this stadium, even though you play 162 games in other teams?
Yeah. I mean, I still get nervous playing here, and I play here quite a bit. It's just like knowing you're playing the Yankees, who are always good. You know, you got the fans behind you, chirping you all game, which is kind of nice, having you guys in my ear. I can't even hear them right now.
Ball one on DJ LeMahieu. Alex Cora is telling us he sometimes looks down the dugout and says, man, we are young. Do you ever look around and say, when did I become the old guy?
I think that all the time. I was like, hey, I'm still trying to figure out this game too now.
There goes Bellinger.
Oh. That was weird.
He robbed him of a stolen base. Yeah.
a balk. I'm sitting there thinking, what is everybody yelling about? I didn't see the signal. That's a balk.
That was a balk.
All right, so Bellinger in the scoring position. 1 ball, no strikes on LeMahieu. With a 4-hit game on Sunday for the Yankees. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I know they're shading him up the middle, but LeMahieu, when he was right, was one of the best inside-out right-handed hitters to go to right field like a left-handed pull hitter. And there's a big space right now between the first and second baseman. I'm sure Crochet will try to bury this ball down and in on him. Tried it.
Jaron, I know you faced Crochet a few times through the years when he was in Chicago. It's got to be a heck of a lot more fun to be on his team than facing him, huh?
Oh, it's so much nicer behind him. I just remember being in the box. I knew every single pitch was going to be a battle.
What an interesting comparison, though, of lefty and Yarbrough with his funk. And I know there's some funk here, but overpowering stuff.
Yeah, I got the two opposites right now. You got Crochet throwing 97, 98, and Yarbrough just carving you up the soft stuff.
There goes Bellinger, throw down, not in time, and he gets his stolen base after all.
It's the one element now that the Yankees last year really didn't have. They have a little bit more speed in their lineup, and he timed it up perfectly on a 3-1 pitch.
So the tying run over at third after ball 4 there to LeMahieu. First and third, and Austin Wells coming up.
God damn it. Are you fucking kidding me? Fucking Austin Wells of all people. .343-foot home run. All the shit we got for the Ceddanne Rafaela shortest walk-off home run ever. You can only get in like one tiny coordinate of the fucking stadium. And then these are the pussy home runs they've been putting up.
A 3-run home run. The Yankees in front 3-1 as Pablo Reyes takes inside for ball 1. Garrett Crochet had given up more than 2 runs only twice this year on 1 swing. He gives up 3. Kind of think back to what Alex Moore was talking about in last night's game. Yeah, they talk about the home runs the Yankees hit, but the walks that come ahead of it, the extra base runners up. There was a walk to LeMahieu here that teed this one up to be a 3-run home run.
The Yankees have answered back when they've given up a run about 35% of the time. That's a high percentage of answering back when a team has scored on them.
Reyes into center field. Rafaela going back. Cruising into the track. He's got it. With Jaron, you over in left field, you got quite a view of watching that guy run around center field. How good is he defensively?
There goes after balls. But, I mean, it's nice to be able to just go after balls and knowing if he's going to get it, he's going to call me off, so I don't have to freak out about too much.
2 out. The 9-hitter Peraza. So it's at the top of the zone for a strike. Getting started short today. Mentioned off at the top, Anthony Volpe. Originally, Aaron Boone had him in the lineup today, having got hit on the elbow last night, but it puffed up pretty good, pretty sore today. So change his mind on that, and Volpe made a day.
Well, we talked about, last week we were talking about homers in different ballparks, where they would be.
Yeah.
That would have been a home run in 3 parks.
Do you want me to guess the other 2?
You can't. One is synonymous with the other.
Yeah, I was wondering, you know, because if you get it right down the line, there's no doubt, but then it begins to drift away. So Fenway's one of the others.
No, actually, Yankee Stadium, and then their spring training stadium.
Oh, old Steinbrenner Field.
And then Houston.
Strike 3 called on Peraza. Jaron, we appreciate you spending some time with us.
Thanks, boys. I appreciate you guys.
It is 3-1 Yankees after the home run from Austin Wells off Garrett Crochet. Yankees trying to keep on rolling, push a series win on a Saturday night.
Gordon Ramsay's Secret Service, all new Wednesdays on Fox. Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award-winning vehicles right here in America. And now we've lowered MSRP on Rogue and Pathfinder at the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months on Rogue or Pathfinder.
Turn your outdated and dysfunctional kitchen into your favorite room in your home. Designing your new kitchen or bath is easy at Kitchen Express. Our design team will help you select the right style and color cabinetry, countertops, appliances, and more for a kitchen as functional as it is beautiful. Receive 3D drawings of your new space and an estimate for your selections. From traditional to contemporary, kitchens big and small. Create a smart and stylish space at Kitchen Express. Stop in to see our cabinetry.
Construction work is risky business. One mistake, one unsafe condition, and your life can change instantly. At Stanley Law, we know construction accident laws inside and out. Using the Stanley system, we do our research, bring in the right expert witnesses, and leave no stone unturned to get you the maximum award. Just get here, because when we work together, we win.
When summer heat hits upstate New York, trust your comfort to Holbrook Heating and Air Conditioning. Family owned and operated since 1983, we've been keeping homes cool and comfortable for 2 generations. As a Repro partner, we offer top quality HVAC solutions and year-round indoor air quality service. Regular maintenance ensures your system runs efficiently, keeping your family comfortable all year long. For reliable service and peace of mind, choose Holbrook Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is our business.
Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award-winning vehicles right here in America. And now we've lowered MSRP on Rogue and Pathfinder at the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Nissan offers 6 vehicles with starting MSRP under $30,000.
You're watching Fox 68 WSYT. 10th home run of the season from Austin Wells has the Yankees in front as we move along to the 3rd inning, and Rafael Devers leads off against Ryan Yarborough.
All right, that'll be the ball.
We were talking about him overcoming the slow start that he had, and that's not even to talk about all the drama that has swirled around Rafael Devers this year, which has been part of the backdrop to this 30-35 season for the Red Sox. 1-1.
Yeah, it's definitely, we're at the point of the season where you kind of are what you are, right? You know, you're looking for changes, especially if you're not going well. And where can those changes come from the Boston Red Sox? Well, they're going to come from the starting rotation. If they're going to get back on track, they've shown they can score runs, but they just haven't pitched well enough. And of course, defensively, maybe have some lapses that lose a lot of those one-run games, but they have to turn it around on the mound.
Starting pitchers ranked 25th. The offense collectively has actually been pretty good. Top 10 in runs scored in the majors. Devers,
and Devers gets hit. Hit by a pitch there.
So he's on against the Yankees again. We look at the Fisher Investments player profile. Last 2+ years against the Yankees for Devers, and you see the career numbers, but the last 2+ years he's hitting .379 with 10 home runs against New York.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. And he's thrived here, and he's thrived pretty much everywhere now. He's become one of those elite offensive players. Well, for Mr. Yarbrough, that's a shot in the arm to be pitching with a 3-1 lead against a great pitcher like Crochet. To get that 3-run homer, what what you want to do now is come in and put up that 0 as fast as you can, because you know he's going to get tougher on your lineup as the game goes on.
And Rob Refsnyder gets that one out to center field. That's down for a base hit, and it gets away. Rafael Devers will get down to third base, and Rob Refsnyder's in with a double.
Once you sell out and dive, you're kind of totally committed. He knows probably could not have come up with this ball. And by bouncing over his head, that allows now 2 runners in scoring position and no double play threat versus a single man on first and second.
And it's Carlos Narvaez at the plate. Got out to second his first time. 26-year-old from Venezuela. Turns on this ball and hammers it down the line. Hooking.
That's foul.
These are situations during the year when you're a starting pitcher. I used to sit back and keep track in my mind. How many times a ground ball would score a run to get you 1 run closer and possibly move the runner up? And then how many times you pop it up or you don't get the job done, you put it on the next guy and he does it. These are the situations in the game for the Red Sox where they've got to score this run before there's an out. You know, even if you're trading an out against the Yankees, you've got to get this runner in right now.
Now an 0-1 pitch, Narvaez takes time. You talk about the defense costing him in the 1-run losses, but a lot of times in those 1-run games, you've got to dig into the stories to find where the game was actually lost. Sometimes it can be what seems like an otherwise nondescript at bat early in the game like this. And if they win even half of the games that they've lost in those 1-run situations, this is an entirely different season at this point.
Yeah, I don't know the trends of why those seasons go with certain teams where one team wins a ton of 1-run games and another team loses a ton of them. But this is definitely a situation early in the game where it can be forgotten if he doesn't get the run in right now, right? That's the thing about baseball. When they're sitting there for you, especially with 2 strikes, you no longer have to hit a fly ball to score or advance the runners. A ground ball to short, which is one of the easiest things for a right-handed hitter to do, would score a run.
Another 1-2 from Yarborough. Narvaez punches a bouncing ball to first. Goldschmidt comes home with a play at the plate, and Devers is out.
And Rafael Devers tagged out at home.
I'm not so sure that was real good base running by Devers. That ball was hit hard, and Goldschmidt was about halfway between being halfway. And let's watch his jump. He doesn't get a perfect jump, and then Goldie throws it right to home. That is a huge out for the Yankees. And again, talking about it, this is what the Red Sox have to reverse and change if they're going to change the narrative of their season.
Now, when you think about the optimism around these Red Sox coming into the year, this was supposed to be the year that it was all different. They had a great offseason. They get Bregman, who, to be fair, was performing at an MVP level before he got hurt. The Crochet trade, got all these young guys coming, but it's all been undermined by, first of all, the injuries, but the close losses. You talked about the strikeouts, way too many of those, and the defense just terrible. 3rd consecutive year, they've had the most errors in the majors. And if it continues the way it's going, it's going to be a 4th consecutive year missing the playoffs altogether. Only 1 postseason trip in the 6 years since they won it all in 2018. So they're at first and second now with 1 gone. The hitter's Romy Gonzalez. Swatted a double the other way. The first pitch that he saw last inning.
Romy Gonzalez.
See, baseball's a reaction game, but it's a thinking game.
It's
You
ball.
think before the action. If you're sitting at third base, you think to yourself, if the ball's hit here, I'm going. Everything else you have to read and react. When that ball was hit too hard to the first baseman, there was no reason for Devers to go because it's second and third, nobody out. And unfortunately, that bad read put now the Red Sox a double play from not scoring. infielders do the same thing. All right, they're reacting right now in their mind. If I get a ball in this position, backhand, forehand, this is what I'm going to do.
To the hole at short. Backhand Peraza goes to third, but no play. And the bases are loaded.
Perfect example. He already knew when that ball was hit to that side of his body, the only play he had was third base. Third baseman couldn't react quick enough to get to the bag to get that out. These are all the little things that go on in the mind of a baseball player, or at least they should. He knows he can't get to second, and then the third baseman is in no man's land and ends up being an infield hit.
So Gonzalez is 2 for 2, and the bases are loaded for Abraham Toro. Red Sox trying to respond immediately after the home run from Wells last inning. Toro fly to right his first time. Put together a career year so far. His first year in Boston. The 15 that he's been with the last 5 years. No, that's not. It's high for ball one. Yarbrough coming off back-to-back starts of 6 innings and just 1 run. Back against the wall right here. His 1-0 pitch. Toro into center field. Here comes Bellinger.
And that's down for a base hit. There you go.
Station to station they go.
That'll get a run in there. Now a 3-2 ball game.
Soft contact, and soft contact got it done for the Red Sox in this inning. There have been bullets when he gets a cutter in that he fights off, and Bellinger trying his best to close in, couldn't get it done. The Red Sox got that run back they desperately needed. This would have been a very empty inning had they not at least scored 1.
Looking for more now. Bases loaded for Trevor Story. Grounded to short his first time. Red Sox shortstop finally healthy, but struggling mightily. 1-0.
One of the things Ryan does real well is he throws his changeup, but it's not in the zone a lot. It's always away, and so if he can feed his fastball away and get the hitters to chase away, but it's rarely in the zone. That's what makes it so tough, because they think it's going to be in the zone and fades away.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Drops down, and it's...
There you go! That'll tie up the game. I think I might bring in another run, too. Yep, that'll make it a 4-3 ball game and give the Red Sox the lead. Let's go.
A 3-run double for Trevor.
3-run double.
And Boston goes from down 3
It's a 5-3 ball game.
5-3, just like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, this was one of the harder hit balls in the inning, and that was a tough play for the third baseman off his glove. But then once it got in the corner, it needed a little more urgency. Good base running to score all the way from first.
4 for the Red Sox here in the third. Trevor Story comes through with a sigh of relief out there at second. Rafaela bounces one up the middle. Peraza.
And that'll be out number 2, where the runner gets down to third.
Trevor Story signed a big contract before 2022. He's in his 4th year in Boston now. He's yet to play 100 games in a season, one injury after another. Last year only played 26 games. He had the shoulder injury. While he's finally been healthy this year, he says a combination of trying to find his swing, he's just missed so much time, and trying to find that balance between not putting too much pressure on himself to make up for all the lost time, but also knowing that there's guys coming and his spot is not guaranteed. Inside and a ball on Campbell. This is one of those young guys right here. He's come up to play second base. Marcelo Meyer, who's come up, he's a shortstop by trade, but is playing mostly third.
And that's a base hit. That'll score another run. Makes it a 6-3 ball game.
You never know what's going to get a player going. He stayed inside both of these hits and did a great job going to right field. Don't know if that was his approach.
Christian Campbell, man, he's on fire recently.
He keeps his head down, barrel to the ball, even though it's off the end of the
Been
bat.
fumbling for a while, but
a pull swing. That's
past few games are doing really well.
And he gets rewarded with his second hit of the game.
That has always been Christian Campbell. Before the power developed last year, he was one of the best bat-to-ball guys in the draft, coming out of Georgia Tech. Added the power last year. That took him from decent prospect to big-time prospect. Going back to what got him here in the first place. They get a couple hits in this one. The Red Sox doing it against Ryan Yarbrough. Comes home to Jarren Duran. Strike at the knees.
I tell you, Duran has so many capabilities to get on base. I know he won't do it here, but in situations during the year, if he'll lay down a few more bunts, with the third baseman being so far, he's not honoring that. His speed. Now, he wants to drive the ball with 2 outs, but I think over the course of the year, seeing him bunt more would be huge, just from a defensive standpoint, so you can draw the third baseman in and respect the fact that he'll do that.
Bullpen gets going. That's Ian Hamilton. Ryan Yarbrough had given up 6 runs in his 5 starts. He's given up 6 runs and 2 2/3 against the Red Sox today. It's a team that has always hit him hard back in his days in Tampa Bay. He's got a +7 ERA against Boston. Red Sox have batted around against him here in the third. There's 1-2 to Duran. Gets him swinging, and that's the inning. But the Red Sox,
and that'll end the inning.
After falling behind on the Wells home run, they get 5.
Yep, the Red Sox score 5 runs there, make it a 6-3 ball game here.
If you don't have the right auto coverage, this could really blow your budget. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Pixar brings you
I knew aliens are looking for me.
a new original movie that has to be seen in 3D.
Whoa. That was crazy.
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG, only in theaters.
This may look like a walk in the park, but because of my dad's PTSD, he couldn't leave our house before getting big. Thank you, Dog Chow, for helping more veterans like my dad get a life-changing PTSD service dog.
Dove Men Plus Care.
Welcome to the team. Thanks.
That's the finger palm. Dove Men helps neutralize odor-causing bacteria that thrive on stress sweat.
Really needs more salt.
Get comfortable with uncomfortable. Care changes everything.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
It's brutal. So slow.
Good thing we brought Jersey Mike's. Is that Danny DeVito?
Don't worry about me. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's. And at Jersey Mike's, the subs matter most. Freshly sliced right in front of you. That's what matters here. Almost forgot. I found your ball.
It's a rock.
Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
With all these Hilton Honors points, I could stay for free. At the Waldorf Astoria in the Maldives. What about the Canopy in Paris?
Hilton Honors, babe. When you want points that can take you anywhere, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
Top of the order for the Yankees. Paul Goldschmidt takes a strike from Garrett Crochet, making his first start in Yankees Red Sox. More on Crochet, down to Ken Rosenthal.
Joe, Garrett Crochet was especially excited to pitch tonight. The last time he participated in rivalry games with legitimate intensity was in 2021 when he was with the White Sox during the White Sox-Cubs City Series. Remember, Crochet underwent Tommy John surgery in 22. In 23 and 24, the White Sox lost 100 games. Crochet said he enjoys competing in an environment bordering on toxic.
So strikes out Goldschmidt for the second time today. That's already his 5th K. Now, this is a guy who is brand new, really, to starting. It wasn't until last year that he was a starting pitcher, and everybody was calling the White Sox, knowing that they were the most obvious sellers maybe in baseball history, wanting to get Crochet. He misses inside to Ben Rice. They ultimately waited until the offseason to trade him. Red Sox sent 4 prospects to the White Sox to get him, and then soon after signed him to a long-term deal. 6 years, $170 million. And he's been worth every penny so far. Soft bouncer left side, cut off by Toro. 2 up and 2
number 2.
Well, I would say it's awfully early to have Tommy John, but they're hoping that the rest of the 6 years will be healthy, and that's what he needs to be, is healthy. Struck out Aaron Judge the first time. Judge comes up here, but the base is empty and 2 gone in the 3rd. Good job establishing the fastball against Judge. That's where he went the first time, pounded in, and ended up getting pounded away. But Aaron Judge is seeing everything in kind of slow motion. When you're having this kind of year offensively, just a patient, mechanically sound. And every once in a while, you're going to run into a stud on the mound. See those numbers against left-handed pitching. I would throw a right-hander against the New York Yankees. We got the call right there. Strike 2. Crochet to Judge. Fouled off. Here's what he did the first time. Yeah, he did a great job establishing. He's not afraid to throw fastballs. Already started up, got his eyes up there, and then he got a swing and a miss, and then painted inside. And then he gave him a little bit of a changeup to kind of get him off the inside part of the plate, and the ball ultimately struck him out on a fastball away. You mentioned that contract. I mean, that's a big investment without a lot of history backing that up. But what they see is a pitcher when he's on his game and on his mechanics, so tough to hit. Back towards the breaking ball to get Judge for the second time tonight. There's that shutdown inning.
Go.
Couldn't get 1, 2, 3 for Crochet after the 5-run top of the inning.
On Medicare? Living with diabetes? Progress is having your coffee like you like it, without an audience. The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor can help lower your A1C over time. Covered by Medicare for more people managing diabetes with insulin. This is progress. Ask your doctor about the Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor.
Your financial journey starts with your own ambitions, but that doesn't make it a solo mission. Money is a tool to help yourself and the ones you love the most. Saving up for your first home, and setting up for your firstborn. Paying down debt, and paying it forward when you can. At Thrivent, we help plan your finances for something bigger than money, because sometimes all you need to make a difference is someone to help you make it happen. Thrivent, where money means more.
Need a nice reward today? Treat yourself to a Heath bar, because nothing says special like rich English toffee. Heath, it's English toffee.
It's Native. Native is made with 9 clean ingredients and is good for your skin without leaving white marks or residue. Heavenly. 72-hour odor protection that cares for skin isn't a myth. It's Native.
Subway's protein-packed footlongs check all the boxes. Juicy chicken or layers of fresh sliced deli meats? Check. All your favorite Subway sauces? Check. Plus, buy any footlong in the app, get another half off. Great deal? Check, check. Order now on the Subway app.
You know, sometimes I think the best part of our job isn't just the great coverage and savings we give our customers for bundling their boats and RVs with their home and auto.
There he is, the RV. Was there a second part to that?
It took me so long to say the first part, I lost my train of thought.
Happens.
Need a nice reward today? Treat yourself to a Heath bar, because nothing says special like rich English toffee. Heath, it's English toffee.
Ryan Yarbrough's given up as many runs in this game as he did in his first 5 starts combined. Yeah, this is where last inning began with Rafael Devers. Goes after the first pitch, grounded to second, slip play right there by DJ LeMahieu. One pitch, one out for Yarbrough. Got a win at Dodger Stadium, got himself a win and a championship ring. He started last season with the Dodgers. He said he very discreetly looked at the box and walked it back into the Yankees clubhouse and tucked it away in his locker. It was a little awkward. The uniform that he's now wearing. 8-year veteran, home to Rob Refsnyder with a pitch a little bit low. Refsnyder 1 for 2, Singleton scored last inning. Former Yankee, started his career here in New York a decade ago. First couple of years spent with the Yankees, then bounced around for a few years. A good player for the Red Sox. His 4th year in Boston, hitting .280 his time with the Red Sox. Let's look at the funk of Ryan Yarbrough. A check swing and a strike, 1-2. Crafty, funky, 6'5", yet has one of the lowest arm slots in baseball and puts it right where he wants to when he's on. Here comes it, a 1-2. A little bit high. Guys, where he starts off on third base side of the rubber, but then his stride and where he lands is going to be way to the first base side of the rubber, which gives that illusion, that cross-firing effect with the fastball, a little extra hot. It's the opposite of what we're talking about with Crochet, where you got to be geared up for that 97, and so the breaking stuff's tough. Well, here, there's so many different things you got to think about. The indecision that makes those fastballs look fast. Here's his payoff. Typically, you would have a pitcher like that who had a sinking fastball that goes away from the right-handed hitters, right? But he uses that angle and that crossfire to just create another illusion. Nope. Refsnyder takes the walk. Suit up this season at MLBShop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more at MLBShop.com. Here's Narvaez. Nine seasons in the Yankees organization. For a big-time prospect. Got to the big leagues for 6 games last year. Was with the team during the World Series run on the taxi squad, just being around learning. There was a very short amount of time that he was with the big club, but he was here enough where Nick Boone said it was tough moving him. They decided, and got that call from the Red Sox that there was interest. It was not an easy thing, however under the radar it might have seemed at the time. He saw some potential in Narvaez. He's gotten a shot for the Red Sox and run with him. All-star conversation as a rookie. You got Christian Campbell, and you got Marcelo Meyer, you got Roman Anthony, the top prospect in baseball. But the most successful rookie for him has been this guy here, off the grid. Ouch. 1-2. Pitcher on catcher crying. Well, he definitely looks hitterish up there. You know, certain guys having their stance and the way that the way they approach gets the attention of the pitcher. And certainly the average of the statistics are going to do that. But his approach, just a little bit of bulldogs in there. Just a little bit of the way former Red Sox used to go up there, in my opinion, one of the best hitters in the game for the Red Sox, now with the Padres. Has not been able to replicate that when he was with the Red Sox since going to San Diego. There were some injuries there.
For more on Narvaez, checking again with Kenny.
Guys, this is one of my favorite notes of this season. Catching is scarce throughout baseball, but at one point this season, 8 catchers who were with the Yankees in the spring of 2024 were playing in the majors, and that didn't include Ben Rice, who also catches for the Yankees. Narvaez, of course, was one of them. Ben Rortvedt was also in that mix, but when the Tampa Bay Rays designated him for assignment, the number dropped, but only by 1.
Yeah, you got Luis Torrens, who they traded to the Mets. Jose Trevino traded to the Reds. He's having a great season in Cincinnati. And then Agustin Ramirez, a rookie with the Marlins, who is the key piece of the Jazz Chisholm trade. He's up as well. That doesn't even include Kyle Higashioka. If you run back Kenny's timeline a few months, he obviously was the Yankee too before they traded him to San Diego. Catching factory. Wow. Yankees have a director of catching named Tanner Swanson. He needs to take that list to arbitration.
That or open an academy. Yeah.
There's a 2-2.
2-2 pitch is fouled off.
Ref Snyder at first after the walk. Second one issued by Yarborough. Having a battle against Narvaez. Another 2-2.
And that's strike 3.
Kurt K, 2 down in the 4th.
This one just kind of floats in and eats him up, thinking it was going to stay away, and then comes in, beats the barrel of the bat. Speaking of the barrel of the bat, we haven't been talking about the old torpedo bat since the craziness in the first 2 weeks of the season.
It's died down a little. That was all the rage for a while. Romy Gonzalez.
Oh, Romy.
Deep left field. Dominguez goes.
Romy! Let's go! Romy Gonzalez. 2-run home run. Was it a Mickey Mouse home run? Yeah. But you know what? They get them all the time.
How about this guy? It was a 220 hitter for the Chicago White Sox. Cast aside, picked up by Boston. And proven to be an important piece.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Got the barrel of the bat out in front of that breaking ball.
Getting that helmet on.
Before I get the answer from Rick, I'm going to say that was a home run in 5.
I'm going to say it was a home run in 2 ballparks.
Baseball field. 5 bars. You going to go higher? Yeah. I didn't exactly watch where it went. That's my problem.
That probably would have been a good place to start. What do we got? The list looks longer than 5, Rick. 29.
Okay, I should have watched where it went.
And take the over.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the fun game is what park was it not on?
Okay, Tiger Stadium. It was on Tiger Stadium?
Camden Yards, even with walls moved down. They're up.
I need a replay to see where that ball went so I can...
Yeah, before you make a statement like that, you should watch. 1-2 to Toro. Chopper.
Next inning.
Reyes. No, we're going to actually see it going to break. Stoichkov's got
Let's talk about it during the break, Joe.
This is this wall scraper here. Let's see.
Oh, he got it.
He got it pretty good.
No, he got it.
Yeah.
Well, you should always watch it to the end.
Hey, first rule of television, see it before you talk about it.
Thank you so much.
That's why we do it, Marcy.
It really makes all the effort worth it. Gathering the most in-depth info, making a clean new homes.com that improves home shopping, creating a better way for people
to find the perfect home to build their lives.
Are you okay?
No, it's the dust-based allergy. Oh, there's another one.
That's why we do it, isn't it? Got a lot of dust in your...
So dusty.
Yeah.
Ding dong.
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop digging into the green?
I can ask, but he's not going to. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Thanks to this waterfront hotel on Booking.com, even Yankees fans are loving Boston.
Oh, no, we're keeping tabs on our rivals.
We love Boston. Hun. With so many choices, you can be a fan of any U.S. city. Booking.com, Booking.yeah.
It won't take you to space. It brings space to you. Introducing the 3-row, all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 9 with class-leading interior space.
With new mixing bowl mashup plus dipped strawberry cheesecake, the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu calls for a
trade proposal.
deal. Try the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu because nothing says summer like baseball and blizzard treats.
My blood sugar is borderline. I can worry about it, or I can do something about it. New Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar Formula works safely and naturally with a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and minerals. And it's odor-free. I'm taking charge with Garlic.
DashPass saves you money on DoorDash, so you can skip the trip to the grocery store and focus on what really needs saving. Your sanity. Save on grocery orders with DashPass by DoorDash.
All right, I'll go get my food.
More savings.
Sorry, bud.
Welcome back to Yankee Stadium here with Yankees manager Aaron Boone. Aaron, Ryan Yarbrough has been so good for you. What have you seen today?
Right, just not the command he's had really all year. Cutter probably not quite as sharp, and that's a really good pitch for him. And, you know, they've hurt him a little bit in the heart of the plate.
Derek Crochet, what makes him so tough?
Man, it's a kind of deception with great stuff, you know. I mean, you see it's real fuzzy out of his hand with the breaking ball, but then some deception in delivery makes it tough.
Thanks a lot. We actually asked Alex Cora before the game, who would you compare him to? And he thought about it for a minute and he said, I don't know, he's just different. It's hard to find a comparison, the combination of the physicality and the stuff, and like Aaron Boone said, the deception. As Cody Bellinger greets him with his second hit of the day to lead off his fourth.
Well, the American League's going to have a lot of great choices to start the All-Star game in Atlanta, and two of them are going to probably come, two choices will definitely come from, maybe three, and they're all left-handed. With the,
we were going over this earlier.
Fried, Rodon, and now Crochet.
Terry Skubal, Hunter Brown.
Yeah, there's American League pitchers are having some breakout seasons. Some of them, traditionally, you would think, you know, Skubal's just taking it to another level.
Jason Dominguez here. Ball one strike. Dominguez struck out his first time. Still just 22 years of age, which you look at that and say, oh, that's right, because he arrived so early 2 years ago at the age of 20. And then he got hurt soon after. And the home plate umpire Bruce Streckman is having a word or two with Aaron Boone, somebody over on the Yankees bench. That's James Rouse in. Yeah, I don't know. Did you see the?
Yeah, he did. He warned him. He gave him a time or two, and now
Aaron Boone and the Yankees fans get excited in anticipation of this. Prolific ejection guy. Well, the Yankees are saying Garrett Crochet is nasty enough without having to deal with.
He's a lefty. He threw him out lefty.
Yeah, he did. He did. So making the call down to the bullpen with the appropriate arm. Now, this is the natural side of the plate for Jason Dominguez, switch hitter. Righty is his natural side, but his OPS from the right side is almost 300 points lower. Yeah, it's from the other side of the plate.
hard to believe, right? I mean, that's just maybe not enough reps. Facing a lot of right-handers.
That's what Aaron Boone said before the game. In a relatively short amount of time in the minor leagues, you don't see a ton of left-handers there. And there's a limited amount of experience from this side of the plate. He says, yeah, we figured there's a lot more in there. And That's scary because he's above 800 OPS from the other side of the plate. On a 2-2 from Crochet, fouls it off. We'll do it again. Crochet 6 Ks today. He's taking over the American League lead. Tarek Skubal. Is 2-2. It's a breaking foul back. One shy of Mackenzie Gore for the Major League League for the Washington Nationals. It's also the league leader in innings pitched, which is a noteworthy statement for a guy who they limited last year in Chicago, given his lack of starting experience, lack of innings overall in his career. There's a 7 Ks. He goes back to the fastball to finish off Dominguez. The pitcher profile sponsored by Wendy's. Taking a closer look at Garrett Crochet. Out of a small town in the Gulf, Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Broke in as a reliever, dominated in that role, but then missed almost 2 full years following Tommy John surgery before getting his first chance as a starter last year. 3.58 ERA. He was an all-star. Traded to the Red Sox in December on a long-term contract. Signed at the start of this season. Over the strike on LeMahieu. You got to be really strong and really good with your lower half to lay your leg way out there and kind of pitch off that soft front leg as he crosses his body and deliver. Can put a lot of stress on your arm if you're not mechanically sound with your lower half. Now throwing across his body, that's going to be with his lower half really getting the brunt, and then the arm comes whipping across, and that's that deception and velocity that's tough on hitters. To second, and a wrong first step there from Campbell, and it's right by him. Yankees at the corners. So that's that ability to go to right field that I talked about with LeMahieu, one of the best of all time as a right-hander in Colorado, and then he came over here and had 2 really good years with the New York Yankees, and then injuries started piling up. Watch how good he is at staying inside and going the other way. And you mentioned it, kind of a bad read, bro. Just couldn't pick up the ball. Couldn't pick up the ball and get to the spot where the ball was going away from him. Well, Campbell, with his struggles at the plate, has also really struggled defensively. And the Yankees have him at first and third for Wells, who hit a 3-run home run his first time. 10th of the season for him. Yankees love the way he's commanding the pitching staff and spending. There's going to be a couple of people that go, Joe. I'm going to say Google has this at 68% to have another ejection. There's going to be another ejection.
Who was ejected?
Get off me, boy. This is the one that I was upset about. Yeah, I can see it. Ball below the zone. When you get against a great pitcher, managers are going to be a little ornery anyways for their offense, so they're going to say he doesn't need any help. We do. We're down to 5, and this guy's nasty.
Oh, Yankee hitting coach been ejected.
Bellinger third, LeMahieu at first. Similar situation to when Wells was up his first time. He pounded that home run to right. In an 0-2 hole here, though. No. Lays off. They just finish off that point. They love what he's doing with the staff, but Aaron Boone says he's a better offensive player than he's shown so far. He thinks at the end of the year, especially a couple years down the line, you're going to look and say this is one of the most well-rounded catchers in the league. Nope. 2-2. Well, it's going to be interesting next year. It looks like the challenge system is going to come into play. And of course, there'll be a couple challenges or whatever they decide for getting the call that may not be agreed. And you know what's going to have to be interesting is managers are going to have to be tight with their players and say, you can't do it on just any pitch. Wells got off center field, long on Rafael.
Ah, damn.
Austin Wells on a 2-strike pitch with an extra base hit to left center field. They stop LeMahieu in third. Wells has driven in all 4 for New York. Now, that was
great hitting. I mean, he got a home run his first time, first pitch. He went up there looking for it, but he got in the hole. And again, going with the pitch. Split the gap. Maybe didn't like a couple pitches, fouled off a tough one. But that was one of the better at-bats of the season. If you ever go into a funk, that would be one I'd watch if I were him.
And showing signs of coming to life. 2 hits yesterday, 2 hits against Crochet today. And the Yankees not rolling over. Second and third, Pablo Reyes getting ready to hit.
First swing that he gets, he cherry picks a fastball off over the middle, or maybe even a cutter. Yeah, he gets a cutter up. And then this one is away, and he stays with it.
This weekend has not been kind to pitchers. 27 runs between the teams combined in a game and a half. The Yankees can get right back into this game here with Reyes at the plate, fly to center his first time. Former Red Sox here getting the start with Jazz Chisholm getting the day off. Strike one. Generous outside corner again. Reyes only his 6th start of the year. Sort of a mirror image of yesterday's game. One of the teams taking a big lead, the other punching back though. Yankees were up 7-0 yesterday, had to hang on 9-6.
Ball 2. Everything about pitching is timing. Same thing with hitters. Hitters have timing mechanisms that get them ready to hit. Watch how violent the leg that gets kicked out and then back in position to deliver the pitch.
Chopper left side from Reyes. Story's throw is in time, but another run comes in and an RBI for Pablo Reyes. Second of the year for him, 8-5.
So see, you've got to be in really good shape to repeat this over and over again because you're actually getting your leg. Look how straight that leg goes. Then he gets a little bit of a dead leg and then drive. Those kind of motions will throw off the hitter, and you tell yourself as a hitter, don't look at the leg, look at the arm. But when you're that tall, the leg's that long, you're going to see a lot of it.
What am I supposed to do?
You're going to see a lot of it.
He's 6'6", 250 to have that kind of body control still? No.
And the reason there was second and third, he went out of the windup is it's more effective out of the windup. It's still a leg kick out of the stretch, but not as the rhythm's different.
You talk about no matter how much there is to look at. That's one of the reasons to not. Because it's another look, and a lot of times it's the harder look to pick up.
Absolutely, and that's why he's so effective out of the windup.
Balls behind Peraza, 2-1. Top of the order, Paul Goldschmidt next. Yankees are 2 here in the 4th. Wells at second, 2 out. 2-1 pitch. Base hit to left field for Peraza.
It's a base hit that'll score another run. No, he doesn't score another run. It'll stop at third.
I'm going to show you why he got that hit here in a second. He was so far off of second base, looked like he was going to steal, that the third baseman went back to the bag. And by going back to the bag and take him out of position, look right there. Now the third baseman's already gone out of our picture, and he's got to dive back to get that ball. Had he not been trying to get to third base thinking there was a stolen base, easy play, and that's the difference. Right now, the rally still goes. He thinks I got to get to third, and then the ball's hit, base hit.
It's like a modified version of a hit and run and hit. Strike on Goldschmidt, who has struck out both times in this game.
The only downside for the runner is he started to go back a little bit to second.
Cost him the ability
to score. It's kind of washed itself out. A little bit an out. Instead, it's a hit.
Toro's in position this time, and that's the inning. Yankees, though, get 2 back. 8-5 to the 5th.
Hey, America. It's our 249th birthday. So let's party. But shouldn't we wait another year for the big 250? Yeah, like George and the boys should have waited another year for the disco on the Delaware? Come on. Wait. What country do you think invented instant pudding? The spray tan. Tearaway pants. We the people don't wait to keep it juicy. Never have. Heck, we partied in Boston with just tea. Now, no union is perfect, but we keep striving to make it more perfect, don't we? Name one American hero who was a procrastinator. That B in Susan B. Anthony stood for beer brats. You know it did. So are we a year early? Or not early enough?
Oh, you know what? Romy Gonzalez home run would have been a home run at 29 ballparks.
So happy Big 249, America, from Johnsonville.
The only ballpark where it wouldn't have been a home run is the Braves, Truist Park.
Jump to the jam, boogie woogie jam slam.
Not getting the results you expect? Don't use AI trained on any old data when you can use AI trained on your data. The AI built for business. IBM.
Hands-free Skechers slip-ins now come in Glide Step Max cushioning, which actually gave me an idea to combine all my favorite sports into one. White egg, son! Carpath only. Try Glide Step Max cushioning hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
Huge news. You can get a Son of for just $3. Wait, I said son of. Look at the words. Son of Baconator is $3. Thank you. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
Let's talk salary.
Great. What do you typically offer for this role?
It's competitive.
And if it was a number, it would be...
A competitive number.
With Indeed, you can avoid awkward salary conversations from the start.
Well, a number.
Is it competitive?
All kinds of offense in this game as Trevor Story goes up there to lead off the fifth. Make your favorite players all-stars. Scan the QR code to cast your 2025 Pro Spirit MLB All-Star Ballot Daily or visit MLB.com/vote. Got a pretty good feeling that guy's going to be there. Judge. Story stands in to lead off this inning. Bottom third of the order for the Red Sox. They're into the Yankees bullpen. This is Yeri De Los Santos. Who's in there with the first pitch. The Yankees bullpen has been really good again. Numbers skewed a little bit because of the rough start from Devin Williams, but he too has smoothed it out lately. Nope. Sinker, slider, changeup. You see a lot of sinkers. A high percentage, about 75% of sinkers to right-handed hitters. Story. Hooks on foul. Bases clearing double his last time. Add into these totals this series. Teams combining to hit 321, 16 extra base hits. Two and two. Story, 6 seasons in Colorado, was an all-star twice, won a couple silver sluggers, a big contract with the Red Sox, and we'd love for him to tap into a little bit of what he did there. Floats his ball to right center field. Back goes LeMahieu. He's there. Giving over the shoulder catch for the first out of the fifth. Let's go to LA and check in with Chris Myers.
Hey, Joe, a meeting of Central Division leaders. Tigers Cubs, Seiya Suzuki with a 2-homer game. He's got 16. Pete Crow Armstrong hit his 17th. They're second and third in the NL at RBI. Cubs get their 40th win. Back to John Smoltz and Joe Davis.
Yeah, both those teams have a great season. Tigers the best record in baseball. As Rafaela takes away from ball one, and the Cubs, a team that a lot of people thought would be good, better than good to this point. What if I told you that there are 3 teams that lead their division by the most games? 2 of them played today. Cubs, Tigers, and Tigers. Tigers have been in first place in 57 games, with the Yankees and the Cubs at 53 each.
going into today. Chris is telling us about PCA, who we know is an exciting, fast, good defender, but he's added the offense to the equation this year. That's one of the most valuable guys in the league.
Yeah, I didn't see the offense coming as far as the homers. Like, I knew he was fast, get a lot of triples, doubles, but he's added that homer component. And the Cubs are look for them to be very active, I think, in the second half. It's been
to the foul ball after that. So good to see that.
It's been a streaky season for a lot of teams that came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, the Cardinals got back in the mix. You got the Astros got hot. You got Minnesota winning a ton. There's a bunch of strange, and then of course you got teams going the other way, like the Atlanta Braves, which has been a historic bad last 2 weeks.
How about the last few days? Wow, that'll drive you out of baseball. Blew a 6-run lead a few days ago, and then traveled across the country and blew leads. That night they lost end of the game to the Giants. The Braves have dropped 6 in a row now. 12 and a half games out. Acuna's been awesome, but has 3 and 9 since he's come back.
Oh, that got him.
It's a strike. Gotta get back. Gonna get his arm. Okay. I heard that got him. Apparently the bat is a hit. We're talking about the Cubs, and you mentioned the Cardinals. It's the Cardinals with the best record in baseball last month.
It's been unbelievable. I mean, they've got some great pitching. Sonny Gray's having a great year, and of course they shut down the Dodgers the last 2 games. One of the best offenses in all of baseball.
Walk for Rafaela. And then in the American League East, the 2 teams threatening the Yankees are the 2 teams that you figured would not be the threats. Tampa Bay and Toronto have been as hot as anybody. Toronto winning again earlier today, their 4th consecutive win. They're 9th out of their last 10. Tampa Bay fell 11-10 today to the Marlins, but they've still won 13 of their last 17. Christian Campbell, runner goes first.
And oh, wow, it's safe.
Not in time, and a stolen base for Rafaela.
Nice stolen base for Sadan there.
That ball got out of the glove. And I mean, this is he's safe because of the slide. Watch how good he avoids the tag. Gets way out to the outside and gets the hand in before they can put in the tag.
This is a guy who had some steals last year. He had 19, but he was caught 10 times. That's his 8th stolen base this year and has not been caught yet.
I'm just glad we're talking about stolen bases. I love it.
Rate's gone up each of the few years that the new rules have been in place, limiting pickoff throws. The base is a little bit bigger, the distance a little bit shorter. It's a fun part of the sport. It's been brought back in. 1 strike on Christian Campbell, who's got 2 hits and 2 runs batted in today. Going the other way a couple times against Ryan Yarbrough. Oh, man. That was a sweet hit. Mask of Wells.
Austin Wells took a hit there.
It's one of the
You
toughest
good?
positions to play.
Oh, damn, that's scary.
And because of every other area that they could foul the ball off. You know, the technology and equipment has gotten so much better, but not easy. Speaking of stolen bases, we had a stolen base.
I think he's going to be good to continue.
We would play when the runner was parallel with the pitcher that was on the diving.
No blood.
Yeah. Second baseman was in the shallow end, in the pool. The umpire had a mask in the pool, and then you take
Right, that's good.
and you can dive in.
He'll stay in the game.
Any way you want in the pool. Umpire would go down, and we'd wait for him to come back up out of the water to see safe or out. We did that for hours. Wow.
Goggles or no goggles?
goggles for the umpire. Okay, good. You could see clearly. Yeah. And then if you had a bad jump, you just try to take out the second baseman in the air.
Back then you could. Different time. So Wells stays in. Campbell swats it foul. A tough half inning for the masked man.
See, that's the difference. The style of equipment that the umpires have exposes them to one side of the plate, whereas in the old days they had that big chest protector and they sit right behind the catcher.
Campbell takes strike 3. 2 out. And these days they toss the setup between the catcher and the hitter. Back to the top of the order here, and Jarren Duran, who is hitless and 3 times up. Red Sox with 8 runs, even though their spark plug at the top of the lineup hasn't contributed yet. A lot of talk about Jarren Duran being a trade piece. And who would have thought we would be at this point already in early June talking about the Red Sox being sellers? But in a market where there aren't great clear sellers, so it usually takes a little longer before that becomes clear, but Red Sox could get a haul if they decided to go that route. It's just nobody wants to hear that, given the last few years and given the hype coming into this season. If they do, though, it'll be everybody calling for this one. Going back and forth between the big leagues and AAA. Last 2 years, though, a .290 hitter. Power and speed combo. Jarren Duran at 2-0. Southern California to Long Beach State. One of the teams that's been named known that have already inquired about him, the San Diego Padres. At 3-0. Padres have had some of the worst production in left field of any team in baseball, and yet there they are, right in first place. They have a chance to move into a tie with the Dodgers. They lead the Brewers 1-0 right now in the 6th.
I never thought we'd be talking about the same vein about possible trades. If the year keeps going like it's going for the Texas Rangers and they don't find any offense, that is one of the biggest puzzling. That pitching staff's really good. They struggle to score runs. They're 6.5 games out of first. Still okay.
Walk for Duran. I'm with you. When we were talking about that last week, I want to make a retraction already a week later. I said I think the Rangers still make a run in that division, but 60 games into the year and they just can't hit.
It's very puzzling to the point where that would not have been the narrative that you would have thought we were talking about for the Texas Rangers 2 years removed from the championship.
We're getting some rain.
It's also a good time to look back to this time last year when the New York Mets were still 10 games below 500, and they were the laughing stock of the National League again. They wound up going to the championship series. The Tigers, who made a return to the postseason.
I don't think we get any more rain.
So for the Boston Red Sox, there is recent examples of hope. And you can look at the one-run losses as well and say, here's proof that we're a better team than our record shows. A few of those games tip the other way. The record's going to reflect that.
It doesn't look like it's raining. It just saw some lens looked wet. And it said it's not raining.
It should. Yeah, it certainly can't continue at the rate it's currently been the last 2 weeks, putting the team too big a hole.
Devers doubled in the first inning. A couple of ducks on the pond here with 2 away. First one from De Los Santos and comes out ripping at it. Ninth year with the Red Sox for Devers. Got another 9 on his record contract. Comes a spot a second, and DJ LeMahieu. And we are halfway home in the Bronx. 8-5 Red Sox. 2, 3, and 4 coming up. That means Aaron Judge when you come back.
You might know Harbor Freight for affordability.
What you might not know is performance and durability go right along with it. You see, we test, and then we test again. World-class engineering and rigorous testing to ensure our tools perform at the highest level and stand the test of time without testing your wallet. Now, it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
You know this is a fastball. Google Cloud AI knows that when the home pitcher throws a 98-mile-per-hour heater with a 13-inch drop, there's a 24.7% chance the hitter swings and misses. Oh, and hot dog sales are up 4% today, which is what happens when the home team starts racking up Ks.
Got him with a fastball.
Now that had some mustard on it. Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud AI.
So with Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance and save even more?
Yeah, home, car, motorcycle, all bundled together. Just like that breakfast burrito.
So can I get chorizo?
Yeah, metaphorically, yeah.
Carnita.
Just chicken. Just give me a bunch of chicken.
Oh, bacon?
Oh, wait, there isn't too much hot sauce, is there? I have a sensitive palate.
I actually like hot sauce. Can I get chips?
How about guacamole?
I don't really know what we're talking about anymore.
Burritos.
Sure.
Okay.
For bundling made easy, get more with Geico.
And now we meet the new Reese's Big Cup with chocolate lava, which obviously comes from the Reese's volcano that flows with ooey gooey melted chocolate lava. I'm no geologist, but that looks pretty darn good.
I got another Papa Pairings order. I need 3 medium pepperoni, 2 orders wings, breadsticks, cheese sticks, brownies.
They called the right place, Chef.
This order is my Everest. See you at the summit.
We're making you Papa Pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
The UFL Conference Championships.
It's time to start playing best football this season.
4 teams remain in the hunt.
We didn't come this far just to come this far.
The UFL Conference Championships, Sunday on ABC and Fox.
Well, the Yankees have chipped away against Garrett Crochet. 8-5 game to the bottom of the 5th. 2, 3, and 4 coming up here. Rice leads off. One of the reasons the Yankees feel like they are much deeper this year, the emergence of this guy. Got his shot with Giancarlo Stanton starting the season on the injured list. They got to see some flashes of what Rice can bring last year when he came up. The overall numbers were not good, but they saw some of the pop. And then Aaron Boone said he walked into spring training and they're like, whoa, he looks much more physical and he's hit the heck out of the ball all year. Yeah, it's interesting when young players, especially powerful young players, come to this park. And what does this park do to their mindset? You know, it's a short porch down each line. You know, what comes to mind is like Josh Chisholm. You've heard the statement lately about trying to play at 70% because it's so easy to try to get into pull mode and try to hit 50 home runs. You know, and you still got to be able to line the gaps. Cody Bellinger was talking about. He got off to a really rough start, and that's one of the things that he had to battle with. You know, besides, okay, I'm the guy sort of replacing Juan Soto, you then have that wall calling to you like a siren out there in right field. Little tapper, Crochet says that he's got it. Gonzalez changes directions and gets back to the bag, and it's an adventure over there with Romy Gonzalez. They do get the first out. And it ends up Aaron Judge, who Crochet has attacked with fastballs. He has. He's done a nice job showing him enough strikes, but then getting him out the first time away and then getting him out in the zone on a breaking pitch. So, look, when you're facing the hottest hitter in the game, you got to be on your game. And even though he's given up 5 runs tonight, he has pitched Aaron Judge perfectly. The StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Players coming together here. I think we're checking to see if he fouled it off his. Do you see if he fouled it off his body?
New York is challenging that there was catcher's interference.
I didn't even know you could challenge that.
The ball came off the bat weird. Something seemed weird when the ball was hit. I don't know if it'll be easily detected, but the catcher right there knows exactly what happened, so he's either going to tell his pitcher, it looks like he could have been, he's going to tell his pitcher what's going on, It came off really weird. It didn't look like the ball and the bat were connected.
Yeah, they can see the glove.
Well, I guarantee you, there's two people that know for sure. It's the catcher and the hitter.
Let's just be honest, boys, and cut out the fat and get this over with.
Catcher's interference. The batter will be placed at first base.
All right.
New York will retain their chance.
All right, so Rice is aboard to start this inning ahead of Judge.
I knew when he went to the mound, started talking to his pitcher, he's already setting them, getting his pitcher ready for saying, hey, this could be your man.
There was catcher interference.
To face Judge here.
All right, let's see how he attacks him this time. It is a fastball. There's only 2 hitters in the American League that see fewer fastballs than Judge overall, which shines even a little more light on how unique this attack is from Crochet.
Hey, buddy. You're a good boy.
Throw down to first, bounces in. Judge at 393. The fastball, 1-2. Crochet strikes
And
out Judge
Crochet
for the third time
strikes
tonight.
out Judge for the 3rd time tonight. Oh my
He's in
God.
the Red Sox stripes by doing that alone.
Well, it's been a clinic so far. He's basically
That's crazy.
Here it is. Try to hit it. First pitch right down the middle, just misses it, hits it up.
I mean, that's been cinema.
Outside part of the plate to lead to that 2-strike pitch up, swing and a miss.
Strike on Bellinger. The 5th 3-strikeout game of the year for Aaron Judge. First one since mid-May. Bellinger's 2 for 2, has scored a pair of runs. Bouncing ball to first. Gonzalez steps in the bag. Tag play at second. In time, a double play. So Garrett Crochet able to face the minimum after the catcher's interference. And after 5 at Yankee Stadium, Sox by 3.
Paul? Hey, Carfox, are you hiding from used car shopping? No. Yes. Okay, just because nearly half of all used cars have been in an accident doesn't mean you have to overpay. Really? Take my word for it. It doesn't have to be scary. Okay, show me, Carfox. Knowing how a car's accident history impacts price means you don't have to overpay. Cool. Wait, how did you get in here exactly? No fear, just Fox. Say show me at Carfax.com. Seriously, how did you get in here?
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your car's not on empty first, before going through the drive-thru.
I forgot to fill up.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and save when you click or call.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Oh yeah, great day.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Congratulations, Mom and Dad. Your life now revolves around sports. You're the captain, the bus driver, fans, the ref, the equipment manager, the cheerleader. But you wouldn't trade it for anything. Welcome to Sporthood. DSG, only it takes.
When I switch to T-Mobile, you'll give me an iPhone 16 Pro, help pay off my old phone, and I still get to keep it?
That's right, no trade-in.
No!
Yes! It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile, get a new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your old phone up to $800.
Applebee's All You Can Eat is back, featuring the chicken tenders you've always loved. Plus double crunch shrimp. And
served unlimited for just $15.99. Only at Applebee's.
With Thrivent, your financial journey isn't a solo mission. Your money is a tool to support the people, causes, and community you love. Because sometimes all you need to make a difference is someone to help you make it happen. Thrivent, where money means more.
Oh, waited until this weekend for these teams to face off for the first time this year. Going to make it back-to-back weeks as the scene shifts to Boston at Fenway Park next weekend on Baseball Night in America. Joe Davis, John Smoltz, Ken Rosenthal, 8-5 lead for the Red Sox as Rob Refsnyder takes strike one from Gary De Los Santos. 1 out of 2 in this game. Big inning for the Red Sox was the third when they got 5 against Ryan Yarborough. Refsnyder had a single and a run scored in that inning. Bounces this ball to straightaway short. Oswald Peraza for the first out of the 6th.
Out number 1. Just pointing it out, Roman Anthony hit a 497-foot grand slam tonight in AAA, and he's the #1 prospect in all of baseball, and we still haven't called him up. Why? Because we're fucking stupid.
You don't see guys sign that big contract and right away just kind of hit it right away. You know, that's just a great start to a season. Seattle, of course, man, if they could score runs, think of what they could be. And their pitching staff, even though a little banged up, had some injuries. Joe Rowley, one of the great nicknames, Big Dumper. I mean, all catchers, all that squatting they do. That's 1 and 2 on Narvaez. Got him with a high fastball. 2 up and 2 down in the 6th inning. Time for Fox Foresight again, powered by Google Cloud. Romy Gonzalez coming to the plate with a chance for the cycle. A 2.3% chance. So you're saying I got a chance?
Yeah, Romy Gonzalez is a triple away from the cycle, and he's not a triple hitter. It's not going to happen, but
Yankee Stadium, the hardest park in the majors this year to triple.
You know.
So I'm saying there's a chance, but
the last Red Sox player to hit with the cycle was Brock Holt, and it was right here in this stadium during the Division Series in 2018. Only player to ever hit for the cycle in the playoffs.
De Los Santos trying to pitch the first 1, 2, 3 inning of the game for the Yankees. Here's his 0-2. Punch to first, Goldschmidt. On to De Los Santos, and he retires the side in order in the 6th.
You gotta heat this shit up.
Saving for retirement was tough enough.
And navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments we keep a disciplined approach with your portfolio, helping you through the market's ups and downs.
What about communication?
We check in regularly to keep you informed.
Which means you'll help us stay on track?
Yes, as a fiduciary, we always put your interest first, because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. This time I've been wanting to feel so good. Get me on the floor, you give me what I'm looking for. Hello, hello. Get same-day delivery and text a personal shopper for last-minute additions. Just tap Target.
At AT&T Business, we confidently guarantee our network. What we can't guarantee, enough hours in the workday. Or your projects always going as planned.
3 days, max.
Whoa, more like 3 weeks. Hey, you closing up shop on time?
Still open?
Sure. Yes. They're open.
Not tonight. But with AT&T Business, you can get the connectivity you depend on, or we'll make it right.
If you keep making that face, it's gonna stay like that.
I'm trying to get my own car insurance.
USAA. Grandpa was in the military. He shared membership with your mom so she could share with you. Easy.
USAA. Check if you're eligible today. Win a really big design contract. Realize you're more of a creative type than a finance type. Use QuickBooks to get your cash flow flowing. Start designing. Manage and grow your business all in one place. Intuit QuickBooks. Your way to money. 1 cup of fresh aged cheddar for a new cheddar crust pizza sent down to our kitchen from the cheddar heavens.
Actually, it was sent down here from the dairy farm.
You know, that tracks, actually. Yeah.
We're making you a 1-topping cheddar crust pizza for $11.99.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Stream every out-of-market big league game, plus MLB Network 24/7, now available at a new low price, $119.99. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Derek Crochet misses with his first pitch to Jason Dominguez in an 8-5 game here in the 6th. Crochet now the American League leader in innings pitched. A guy that had to have 30 every time he's taken, given the way the bullpen has been taxed lately. Crochet taking a lot of pride in being that workhorse. Dominguez to right center field. Rafael to the
And that's out number 1.
The 6th. So what have you been doing the last few days? I've had an incredible week opening up this incredible stadium. Pitched 9 innings in this brand new strikeout baseball stadium in Lansing, Michigan, my hometown. We are going to change the landscape of baseball. It's pick-up baseball, 5-on-5 to 1-on-1. I couldn't be prouder. It was the greatest week I've had during a season, and can't wait for the kids in that city to use that park. DJ LeMahieu takes a strike from Crochet. How's the wing feel? It is sore, and it barely could use a fork this morning. Yeah? Yeah. My shoulder is absolutely awful, but I wanted to pitch in that stadium and threw a lot of... it's a rubber ball that they use in that stadium. Okay. And the cool thing about it is, you know, when you think about all the other sports, it's easier to play pickup basketball, pickup soccer. You can't really play pickup baseball. No running, all the hits are on the wall, or if it gets by the fielders, and like I said, 5-on-5 to 1-on-1. It's going to be a blast. Your hometown of Lansing, Michigan. Can we expect to see these in other towns eventually? I sure hope so. I think it's going to catch on, and I hope we get more baseball fans because of it. Mayhew tries to lay off, but he went around. Strike 3. Crochet with his 9th K. Man, this is as impressive of an outing where you've given him 5 runs as you've given him.
It really does not feel like he's given up 5 runs.
Give up that 3-run homer when your team is scuffling and struggling, and he got a 1-run lead. Not that you expect a 1-run lead to hold up, but the team bounced back and scored 5 quick runs after that, and he has, you know, he's held them to only 2 runs since then. So it's never an easy park to pitch in, especially if you're pitcher that could be a fly ball pitcher. This has been the thorn in his side tonight, though. Austin Wells has knocked in 4 of their 5 runs with another double. Ks the last 3 starts for Garrett Crochet. He's taken over the major league lead. He passed Scuba tonight, passed Mackenzie Gore. Deals 2-0. Strike 1. Man, see the size, the physicality. Alex Cole saying you think this guy's going to just bully you. There is some of that, but he's also cerebral, perfectionist when it comes to his craft and his preparation, the way he studies pitchers. And even as good as he's been early, you ask him and he says, I feel like I've been a little bit off for a lot of years. I'm trying to find those margins where I can get better. This is a guy with a 1.98 ERA talking. Well, the one area of the plate that he's dominated the last game against the Atlanta Braves, he gave up 1 run in the first inning. Nothing more, was inside the right hand. That's been probably the area he hasn't been as good, where he's totally just shut a team down. Wells flies it to right. Ref Snyder to finish off a 1-2-3-6. 9 Ks for Garrett Crochet. 8 runs of support. Done with 6.
Together, you're cooking like pros.
MasterChef Dynamic Duos. All new Wednesdays on Fox.
Air summer, work or play. The new 25 Toyota Tacoma is a perfect fit. Buy your SR Double Cab 4x2 for $37,084 and get 4.75 for 60 financing. Signed, Burdick Toyota. See BurdickToyota.com.
This summer in New York State, there's everything to love. From cityscapes to green lakes. Whatever moves you, inspires you, recharges you, you'll find it here. New York State, everything you love. Plan your summer getaway at iloveny.com.
I was just diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer.
My doctor told me I have lung cancer.
Because I smoke, my doctor should have been ordering regular screening tests.
Tests to find my cancer before it spread. Now what will happen to me and my family?
Should your cancer have been diagnosed sooner? If so, you're not alone. The Porter Law Group can get you the answers you deserve. Call 833-888-LATE for a free case evaluation or visit nycancerlawyers.com.
Dear summer, work or play. We've got the legendary Toyota Tundra you've been looking for. Now get 1.99 for 60 months financing on gas or hybrid models. Signed, Burdick Toyota in Cicero. Shop with SmartPath at BurdickToyota.com.
You're watching Fox 68, WSYT 68.1. Garrett Crochet gives up 5 runs for the first time in a Red Sox uniform, but he's in position to win this game with another high strikeout performance. 32 of them his last 3 games. 6, 7, and 8 coming up here. It's Abraham Toro to lead off against Thierry De Los Santos, who's delivered a couple scoreless relief innings to keep the Yankees in this game. Top of the zone for a strike on Toro. And he's been pouring in that sinker. 24 to 31 coming before that pitch. So now 25 and 32 with that sinker. Not to stir it up. The Red Sox fans who are clamoring for Roman Anthony to be in the big leagues yesterday. He hit a 497-foot grand slam tonight for Worcester. 497? 497. Prospect in the Boston system. Some people have him as the #1 prospect in baseball. Dribble back to De Los Santos for the first shot of the inning. It's complicated though in trying to find a spot.
It is, but that conversation is continuing as well it should. That's the home run tonight. The grand slam went 116 miles per hour, as well as 497 feet. Joe, you mentioned earlier the possibility of trading Jerry Durant. The only reason that is a discussion is because they have Anthony coming. Now, Durant has 3+ years remaining of service. He's not a guy you'd want to trade otherwise. But the question, as you said, is how do you find a spot for Roman Anthony? One way would be to move Ceddanne Rafaela back to the infield and play shortstop or second base. Trevor Story, though, 2 years at $25 million each after this season with a $5 million buyout. That's a lot of money left. You're not going to give up on him. Christian Campbell at second. He has been struggling tonight, the 2 hits, but he's got a $60 million extension. At some point, though, this issue is being forced, and it has to be addressed by the Red Sox. It's just a matter of time before we see Roman Anthony.
The whole thing is so disjointed with Boston. It goes back to the lack of communication with Devers.
There's a base hit for Trevor Story.
Having a nice night.
you've got, you know, you bring Bregman in, and of course it's a good move. You don't argue it, but Devers felt like the rug got pulled out from him a little bit. He didn't see it coming and was not happy moving to DH. So when first base became open and Tristan Casas got hurt, he said, because he felt burnt by what had happened during spring. Now, you can choose a side, take whatever side you want, but the point is, it's a disjointed situation in a couple different ways on this roster right now.
And I would say uncharacteristically for the Red Sox, right, because of what they've done in the last 10 years, but
Rafael up the middle.
That'll be a double play. Oh, yep, double play. I don't know, they might want to look at that.
How about it tonight from De Los Santos, keeping the Yankees in this ballgame.
Liquid Death soda-flavored sparkling waters have 1/10 the sugar of top sodas, so we hired 1/10 of Tony Hawk to tell you about it.
Hi, I'm 1/10 of Tony Hawk, and I just love these products. 1/10 the sugar is crazy. But you know what else is crazy? Other sodas have 10 times the sugar. Pretty sweet, kid.
You could buy on your own, but you could get a lender, get viewings. Too small for a yoga studio, too big for a yoga studio, too much character. Get in your car and cry. Get back out there. Get a good one. Tons of natural lights and vibes. Get ready to make an offer. Wait, what? Get your hopes destroyed by Chad, the aspiring DJ downstairs. Get into the fetal position. Or you could get an agent who is a realtor with the expertise and ethical training to help you find the best space for your business.
The DQ Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket comes in your choice of honey barbecue or new buffalo, layered with flavor from the top, bottom, and everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket. Get yours now only at DQ.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Google Cloud AI knows that 102 mile per hour exit velocity with a 38-degree launch angle and the fact it's 95 degrees out means that ball's going to carry 6.6 feet further. Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud AI.
Oats by Super Hydration Body Wash. The sweet scent of a honeymoon in Fiji. Moisturize with vitamin B3.
You better not be using all the Old Spice.
Ooh, can you get my bag?
8-5 lead for the Red Sox, trying to tie this series up at a game apiece. Big 5-run third inning for them. The difference, and Garrett Crochet, even though he gave up 5, struck out 9, and is in position to win this game.
Yeah, he's in position, and I wouldn't think you thought giving up 5 runs he'd be in that position, but 3-run lead. And now what's important for the Red Sox, solve the issue that has not been a great one, and that's the blown lead. They got to find a way to lock it down for tonight's start.
Player Resume, sponsored by Indeed. His final line to
go.
his run is the most that he's allowed this season, but piles up the K's again. Hands it off to the bullpen, which has had to cover a lot of ground the last week especially. As he welcomed it back to the Browns. 24 innings the last 4 games for the Boston bullpen. Early exit after early exit. Buehler yesterday, Giolito the day before that. Richard Fitz sent back down to the minors after a short start of his own against the Orioles. So Lessard's going to come out of the bullpen. He's been one of their top guys the last couple of years, facing his former team. And he's going to face a pinch hitter, Jazz Chisholm, will pinch hit for Pablo Reyes. Chisholm missed a month with an oblique injury. This guy knows how to make an entrance. That means his first 4 games back, he's got 8 hits, including 2 home runs.
Most of Florida's gonna have the Yankees and Red Sox game. That's weird.
After the trade. You were touching on this earlier. He's the guy who's wired to be explosive, to do everything fast. Sometimes that becomes out of control. He said going down to the minors was a nice reminder for him of how to kind of play the game in a rocking chair. How to play it nice and easy. Let it happen. 70% was the term that he used because he's talented and explosive enough where the ball still flies when he does that.
Electricity off his bat, the swing with power, and the energy to play at 150%. So this stadium, this crowd, this atmosphere, really this game, you can end up doing some things you're not really characteristically going to help your ball club if you don't play under control.
You hear the hand from this crowd. This has been a mutual adoration. Chisholm loving playing for the Yankees, and more these Yankees fans are loving what he's bringing. 8-5 game, bottom of the 7th. Jazz Chisholm pinch hitting and taking strike one from Weiser. Aaron Boone today made him goofy. It's just baseball freakishness.
They said the ball jumps off his bat in batting practice. He goes straight away center with ease. So, you know, timing and everybody getting, when you're healthy and you're swinging and he's doing his thing, I think this ball club benefits from his energy and speed and athleticism.
Down quickly here. Weiser pumps 96 spot. Striking him out on 3 pitches.
He's got that lower 3/4 arm action, kind of upshoot fastball with a good tight breaking ball from a lower angle. Going to be tough on right-handers. Ball's going to look like it's coming at this front hip.
Now it's Peraza, the 9-hitter, who's 1 for 2, taking a shot from Weiser. Weiser is an 18th round pick of the Yankees out of Fordham. He didn't make it to the major leagues until he was 27. Didn't really stick in the major leagues until he was 29. A piece of this Boston pen now. Over the Alex Verdugo trade before last year.
Those are 2 nasty fastballs that he's going to probably throw that breaking ball off that. He should throw the breaking ball off that outside corner, and I would think that he has no chance to stay off this pitch.
Wow. Sinker just nose dives to get strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Weiser.
He's got a chance for the immaculate inning, doesn't he?
6 pitches, 6 strikes. All Goldschmidt at the plate.
Has that at 1.9%.
0.0%. Goldschmidt 0 for 3.
I know this is not fair to do, but to show you how great of a year Aaron Judge is having and Paul Goldschmidt for his portion of the season, you take those 2 guys away from the lineup, and the Yankees are hitting 223 as a team. That's how good of a year Mr. Judge and even Mr. Goldschmidt have had for the Yankees.
Padres Brewers is 1-0.
Still, though, feels a whole lot longer, the lineup.
It does. And it's just more athletic. I think Bellinger is a great athlete. He's having a nice, transition to the big city from Chicago. Of course, there are going to be others that get hot. Hope we start to show what he can do at the plate.
No. We're going to have some interesting decisions coming up as Stanley gets healthy.
Yeah. It's a good decision to have, but I just think that what they did after not signing Soto, I believe, was about as good as they could have done.
Of course, added Bellinger, added Goldschmidt with the pitching staff out there.
Look out.
Has been Devin Williams, a rough start, but he's been one of the best relievers in baseball for a half-decade and finds himself back in the closer spot with Weaver on the injured list. There's a payoff from Weiser to Goldschmidt, and he strikes out the side in the 7th.
Nice. Strike out the side.
His old club sends this game to the 8th.
I'm chasing excellence. I want to win. I want to be remembered in this game, not just of what I do individually, but the way I impact the game. There is no secret recipe. Success lies in hard work. No, we're not there. 1, 2, 3. I'm just really appreciative of this moment. I'm trying to write my own story, and I'm just trying to, create moments of my own that we can talk about one day.
The NBA Finals.
Is that Danny DeVito?
Don't worry about me. This is a commercial for Jersey Mike's, where the subs matter most. Almost forgot.
It's a rock.
Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
My blood sugar is borderline. I can worry about it, or I can do something about it. The new Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar formula works safely and naturally with a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and minerals. And it's odor-free. I'm taking charge with Garlic.
Despite its spaceship looks, extraordinary range, expansive cabin, and rocket boost acceleration, it won't take you to space. It brings space to you. Introducing the 3-row, all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 9 with class-leading interior space.
Looks like we've told people Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. For the last time. Shallow. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Everyone loves the new Jersey Mike's.
I don't know what you mean.
Cookies made with brown butter, baby. The camera person, the sound person, even the person who lives in my pocket.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass and I'm homebound. And I need you, and I miss you.
Game summary is sponsored by Coors Light. We welcome it back to Yankee Stadium. Red Sox with a 5-run third as they try to tie this series at a game apiece. Is Garrett Crochet tonight over his 6 innings of work. To the 8th we go. Joe Davis, John Smoltz, Ken Rosenthal, Mark Leiter Jr.'s on the pitch. David Hamilton, the pinch hit for Christian Campbell. Leiter relies on that split-finger fastball last year. Virtually unhittable. A little more mortal this year. Hit 200 against it last year. Under 100 against that split-finger. From the Cubs at the deadline last year. Struggled during the regular season after the trade. He hit his stride in the postseason. And his first full year.
Just your stop.
Hamilton off of the bench. Waits on an 0-2. Leaves it very high. 1-2 for the Red Sox here. Chisholm, after pinch hitting, remains in the game at third. Swing and a miss, and one gone in this 8th inning. It is the anniversary of Alex Cora's big league debut 27 years ago, June 7th, 1998, for the Dodgers in Seattle against the Mariners and against his big brother Joey, who was playing second base and was struggling throwing at that time. And Alex, the new kid, spoke up in the hitters meeting that day and said, "Hey boys, if you hit a ball to second, make sure you run hard, because that second baseman might throw it away." He was trying to get some street cred, but I wonder if he went around and said, "Please don't tell anybody I told you this." Circle of trust, right? Yeah.
Oh no, I would not like that.
Took strike 3 call.
I would definitely not like that, because I don't know, if you're gonna commit to a game, you got to do the whole game.
Ball through for Jarren Duran's first hit of the game. All right. I got one for you. Okay. And for Rick. How many brothers?
I mean, you don't got to delete your comment, Rafa.
That play in the league.
We can disagree on things.
Think like,
You know?
I want to say, has that ever happened? I'm sure it probably has, because whenever I think something's never happened, it's happened. But that's what you have with the Lighters.
I can think of brothers who had a dad, but the other way around. The brothers, you know, one has a son and the other has,
right?
Or, you know, then you have a dad and an uncle.
Yeah, you have the Boons, which go the, you know, the other way, keep going.
Tree gets wider is right, but yeah, one on Rafael Devers. Stop for it too. I don't know how you search that.
That's got to be tough.
I mean, AI these days can do just about anything. But it's match.
The brothers part has happened. That's, we know for sure, has happened many times. But the brothers having sons who both play in the big leagues, I say that's the rarefied air. Jack Leiter, son of Al.
With a 3.48 ERA. The Texas Rangers. Devers down swinging, 2 gone in this 8th. And a pinch hitter being sent up here for Rob Refsnyder. Alex Cora had his lefty matchup lineup in there today. The righty now on the mound. Leiter.
Bronx is a county because there is no South Bronx.
Is
that really how that works? I did not know that.
Last year had a big rookie season, won a Gold Glove in right field, and he was second among American League rookies in OPS. Former Astros minor leaguer. We got him in the Christian Vasquez deal at the deadline a few years back. Followed up that big rookie season with 2 home runs on opening day. He was hitting .400 2 weeks into the season, but it's down to .249.
I'm just going to settle it right now and say it's never happened. So,
but the Lighters are the first.
I'm going to stick my neck way out and say that it's never happened in the era of live baseball that we can research. And I'm going to take it
easier to Google than I thought it would be.
And I'm going to take it a step further. You are right. If I happen to be wrong, I was going to say it's got to be the only time all 4 were pitchers.
Well, that is also true. You were right twice. That does it for the Red Sox in the 8th. They've got Rice, Judge, and Bellinger coming up down 3.
Financial planning helps you create a path to retirement. But that's only the beginning of what money can do. Your finances can be a force for good for the ones you love the most. Your next door neighbor, your next service project, and of course, the next generation. At Thrivent, expert financial advice and generosity are at the heart of what we do to help you do more for the ones in your heart. Thrivent, where money means more.
Hilton is bringing you more new ways to stay than ever before. With all new places, there's all new experiences to enjoy. Hilton for the stay.
You know Harbor Freight for affordability, but durability goes right along with it. You see, we test, and then we test again. Now, it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Congratulations, Mom and Dad. Your life now revolves around sports. trade it for anything. Welcome to Sport Hut. DSG, only at Dick's.
Welcome back to Papa John's. I find new things in life, like ordering more to save more off the Papa Parents menu. It's all $6.99. You got a brownie.
Why are you whispering? We're making you Papa Pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
I'm the voice inside your head. And while you're typically athletic, right now, you're pathetic. Rick, and once you start listening to me, it's going to be hard to stop. Shag.
2 Krispy Kreme donuts with a layer of mayonnaise in between. It's much to make.
And if you don't have the right auto coverage, the cost of this could hit you out of nowhere. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me.
Don't mix the most cold-blooded competition of the summer.
Welcome to the night.
Series premiere Tuesday on Fox.
Nutritional chain training is going to know what.
Aaron Boone before the game today, the guys still get up for this rivalry. He's still carrying what it did when you were here. He said, well, I came, it was right in the middle of it. And he said, still, though, our guys, they want to go out there with a little extra edge. And, yeah, there's still
Here's the bottom of the 8th.
Down 3 here. The guys coming up as Ben Rice takes ball 1 from Justin Wilson, who's having a nice first year in Boston.
Well, the reality is, without him saying it, you know, they want to put that distance way, way between those two teams, right? In these next 6 to 7 days, you're going to have that back-to-back series and weekends. And when you're in first place, you always want to increase your lead. And if you're playing your arch rivals, you really want that lead to go.
10.5 coming into tonight. The lead over the Red Sox. Wilson misfires with his first 2. Now ball 3. With Aaron Judge on deck and Cody Bellinger to follow. Red Sox got 5 runs in the 3rd inning to go.
Chester is so fucking weird right now.
4th, nothing since.
I gave him a little bit of my piece of pizza, like a half hour ago.
4-pitch walk.
And he's just sitting under my desk right now. He's laying down. And he just has it in his mouth. Just holding it there. Not chewing on it. Not... He's just holding it. Like it's like... He's ridiculous. You can eat it.
100 games left in this season for the Yankees. Aaron Judge is the first guy with 20 or more home runs and average.
Aaron Judge has struck out 3 times tonight.
Since Rogers Horns
0 for 3.
numbers 100 years ago, an MVP season in 1925 in St. Louis. Ball 5. Said about a superstar, look, he's checked in every area. He's learned how to get his body ready. He's learned how to play when his body's not great or 100%. So he's learning all the things to navigate the season that takes 150 or more games to be played. On a 2-0 pitch, Judge jumps out of the way. It's a wild pitch. Rice up to second. 7 pitches, 7 balls from Justin Wilson. Extend an 8 to a 17-game on base streak. Walls closing in a little bit on Wilson here. Feeling it. I think he's hunting a comeback in the late innings. Down 8-5. 4-pitch walk to Rice. And a 3-0 count on Judge.
Yeah, the 1-2 one thing you can't do when you come into a game is obviously search for your first strike in the second batter. 7, 8 pitches in now. That's bringing the time run to the plate if he gets on.
And Willie Rays under that, and will be caught for out number 1. Ben Rice goes to third.
And it brings up Cody Bellinger. He's been one of the best lefty-lefty hitters in baseball this year. He's got a good day going today against another lefty. Had 2 hits, scored a couple runs against Crochet. First one from Wilson. Close.
Well, he's been on a hot roll at Wilson. Previous 15 appearances, only 1 earned run. But not connected right now with the strike zone and his fastball.
Only 2 strikes out of his first 10 pitches. This 1-0 to Bellinger. He's downstairs. Jason Dominguez on deck. Severe reverse splits this year for Bellinger. The former MVP, Cody Bellinger, takes inside, 3-0. Second 4-pitch walk of the inning. And the Yankees get the tying run up there. Instead of Alex Cora, it's Andrew Bailey, the pitching coach. Well, tomorrow it's the UFL playoffs. Michigan battles defending champion Birmingham at 3 o'clock Eastern on ABC. And then at 6 Eastern on Fox, DC, and St. Louis. UFL Conference Championships tomorrow on ABC and Fox. So it's Jason Dominguez from the side of the plate we were talking about earlier. Aaron Boone and the Yankees are just waiting for him to hit his stride out. Natural swing this side. The numbers from the left side of the plate far better than they are from here this season. Time run at the plate in the 8th. Wilson to Dominguez. A swing and a miss.
Dude, he looks so
This
ridiculous.
year for Dominguez. 3 of those came in 1 game in Sacramento.
He's got runners on first and
There
third.
goes Bellinger. Pitches a strike, throw down.
And that's a stolen base.
And a chance with a base hit to draw to within 1. Second steal of the game for Cody Bellinger.
And a big stolen base. It takes that double play out of play, especially for a ground ball. You can still get a double play line drive. Bellinger has been active on the bases.
Wilson home with an 0-2. Check swing. No swing. So the screws hurted from both sides tonight. Hitting coach for the Yankees, James Rawson, was ejected earlier. Now it's Alex Cora sharing his displeasure.
He did that.
So now 1-2 pitch in the dirt, blocked down Narvaez. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jason Dominguez. The Martian, as they call him, representing the tying run in the 8th. The 2-2. Got him with the high fastball.
There you go. I love our bullpen. I gave them shit a few weeks ago. Well, because they kind of sucked a few weeks ago in the Detroit series, in the Atlanta series.
He's won that bat away from wiggling out. What really started poorly for throwing strikes.
It's TJ LeMahieu's got a hit and a walk in this game. Time is called. Some debris on the warning track.
Oh. Are you fucking kidding me? Some asshole threw fries on the field. Threw a bucket of fucking fries on the field. Yeah, Yankee fans really are the worst.
In the third inning. 8-5. Last of the 8th. Second and third, 2 away. Wilson to LeMahieu. Ground ball base hit center field. Here comes
Well, that'll score 2 runs. And we are on our way to embarrassing ourselves once again.
He's in there safe. It's a 1-run.
Well on our way.
Runners in scoring position because of the overthrow from center.
Mistake there. It's not the tying run he's trying to throw out. It's the tying run he's trying to prevent from getting to second base. And he has no shot. This is Anthony Volpe in the pinch run for LeMahieu. Second hit of the day for LeMahieu. 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs in an 8-7 game with 2 gone.
Anthony Volpe's pitch running.
Austin Wells, who's driven in 4 of their 7 runs today. Aroldis Chapman. Yankees are hoping it's too late.
Ball.
This bullpen for the Red Sox has been really worked. We talked about in the onset the error problem, the blown save, the 1-run losses. On a 2-0 pitch, Austin Wells, big of the strike. Unfortunately, in this game, you get a chance to undo everything you did wrong the day before, but you don't want that playing in your head. Here we go again. And these are the type of games that have been very frustrating when you come on the bad side of them, especially when you lose by 1.
Wells pops it up, foul ground at third. Toro's over. Does he have room? No. One count evens 2-2. Yankees have scored 4 unanswered. 2 in the 4th.
Chester.
Down 8-3. Volpe at second, the tying run. The 2-2 to Austin Wells.
Here you go. Well, not the best hitting, but you got out of it with the lead still.
It's DJ LeMahieu trying to prove that he's still got something in the tank. What a ball game. On to the 9th.
On to the 9th we go.
This your bag, sir?
Okay, that way.
Oh, you the Geico Gecko! I'm a huge fan. I filed a claim for my car with the Geico app. Only took 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, Geico's all about getting more than just savings.
Next time,
How about less fluid ounces?
Fair enough. Oh.
You use this much serum?
Well, my skincare routine will trash.
And a pump top? It's gonna make a mess. Well, I'm taking this.
Like you took all of them.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Have a nice flight.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
And I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary obligated to act in your best interests.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a transparent fee, structured so we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
When you see what it's really like when our skin touches walls, you see why we need Downy. Adding Downy to your wash not only makes your clothes feel softer on your skin, it breathes life into your laundry.
When I switch to T-Mobile, you'll give me an iPhone 16 Pro. Help pay off my old phone, and I still get to keep it?
That's right. No trade-in.
No!
Yes.
It's our best iPhone offer ever. Switch to T-Mobile, get a new iPhone 16 Pro on us. No trade-in needed. We'll even pay off your old phone up to $800.
Dove Men Plus Care.
Welcome to the team. Thanks.
That's the finger ball.
Dove Men helps neutralize odor-causing bacteria that thrive on stress sweat.
Really needs more salt.
Get comfortable with uncomfortable. Care changes everything.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Huge news. You can get a Son of for just $3. Wait, I said Son of. Look at the words. Son of Baconator is $3. Thank you. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
Carlos Narvaez goes up there to lead off for the Red Sox here in the top of the ninth. Play Ball is baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, find a league near you. Follow at Play Ball on social media. Go to playball.org. Part of the order for the Red Sox, Ian Hamilton is on the mound for the Yankees. And if the Yankees are able to complete this comeback, the bullpen is going to be one of the stars of that. After Ryan Yarbrough gave up 8 runs in 4 innings, 3 scoreless from Belos Santos and a scoreless inning from Leiter. Volpe stays in after pinch running and browses over to second. Yeah, the bullpen's been really good for the Yankees. It's been pretty good all year. Do you think Ian gets to go to the Broadway hit free because of his last name, Hamilton? I would try it at least. It might not work, but it's worth a try. But 2 Hamiltons in this one. David for the Red Sox. And the guy on deck trying to see if Bluegill's percentages go down for his cycle watch. It was at 2 point. It was 2.3. I thought. Gunnigan's 2-2 on Narvaez. Yankees at the bottom of the ninth have Jazz Chisholm, Oswald Peraza, Paul Goldschmidt coming up, and of course, a couple hitters beyond that. You got Aaron Judge. He'd be doing 5th in the inning. Aroldis Chapman, new guy around here. 2-2 from Hamilton. He's not close. Have you seen the show? I have. Yeah. What'd you think?
Full count here to Carlos Narvaez.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it's a hard show to get into. My wife loved it. I'm not a huge show guy, but it was good. Yeah, it's really good. My Dodger games, Oral Hershiser went to 3 Broadway shows in a 24-hour span. The Dodgers were here to play the Yankees. Shot down the right field line, fading. I don't think I could have done that. He's a big dog. He used to take his young teammates when they'd come to New York. I took him somewhere else. I took him to the golf course.
He's still holding that pizza, just laying down under my desk.
Start this night.
Chester, why are you so weird?
And instead of chance at a cycle, Marcelo Meyer comes up.
I wonder if he's like full, but he doesn't want anyone to eat it or something. I don't know what. It's like, I want it.
His first Yankees Red Sox game, he said he's been thinking about playing in this rivalry.
Not right now.
The day that he was drafted by the Red Sox, so it made it a little bit extra special, hitting that bomb here in his first time at Yankee Stadium. Was able to get the ball. That's not always a sure thing, but he was able to make a little trade, get the ball. He's going to give it to his dad. Go in his dad's office, where they've got a bunch of other keepsakes throughout his career. Marcelo was the 4th pick of the draft in 2021. High school outside of San Diego. Makes it to the majors here at the age of 22. One of the top prospects in baseball. When we talk about this roster being disjointed in a few ways, one of the ways is
2-0 count to Marcelo Meyer.
Play third base, where he's only played 6 games as a pro. He's a good fielder no matter where you put him, but it's just not ideal to bring a guy up and have him make his major league debut out of the spot that he's used to playing.
There's a base hit for Marcelo Meyer.
Meyer with a pinch hit single.
You got to believe this is one of the greatest moments of any young player's career. When they check in and get their first. That's one who does a nice job just staying on this ball, going right up the middle.
Marcelo Meyer got his first home run last night.
More of those in his future. Marcelo actually grew up a Yankees fan. And so many players his age did because of Derek Jeter. So that changed on draft night. Red Sox looking for insurance, looking for their first run since the 4th inning as Abraham Toro climbs in.
It's got to be a bunt attempt.
Abraham Toro.
Saw him show bunt earlier.
Strike.
Two sacrifice bunts in 7 years in the majors for Toro. 2 on, nobody out. Swings away. He's down 0-2. Stays alive.
Still 0-2.
Like the old Yankees Red Sox battle. About 10 years ago, 5 to 10 years ago, you could count on 4 hours and 14 minutes per game. Now we don't have to deal with that as much. Game sped up. Rules enhanced. Yeah, he sure knows about a lot of this rivalry. Jason Varitek. 2 foul balls in a row off the bat of Toro. Takes this one in the dirt.
1-2.
Series wraps up tomorrow. Sunday Night Baseball. Finals road down for the Yankees. So
let's go Bruins, bro. Let's go Bruins.
Season they've been waiting for him to have. Shot the other way by
there you go. Bases are loaded.
Station to station, and they've loaded the bases with nobody out.
Well, we saw that shot of Jason Varitek, and I can't help
fuck
but
the
think
Yankees.
The bases were loaded, and I was trying to make my comeback for Boston. I had an out-of-body experience. He came out to the mound and says, "Are you all right?" I said, "Not really." He says, "What's wrong?" I said, "I don't know where to put my feet." I thought I was going to balk. I was so nervous. I got in a stance out of the windup that was the weirdest weight distribution I've ever done. And he said, "Just relax." I said, "I'm trying to relax. I don't know where. I think I'm going to balk." And I didn't do very well for Boston. It was a great opportunity they gave me, but I'll never forget him walking out, veteran, catcher, like veteran pitcher, 21 years. What's wrong?
Right. What do you mean? You don't know how to put your feet?
I had no idea. And that's what nerves can do for the first time when you're in a different situation.
It's been a good day for Trevor Story, who had a 2-hit, 3 RBI day earlier this week. He's got another one today. 3-run double during that 5-run third. It seemed at his last time as well. Trying to put finishing touches on the best day of the season for him. 8-7, nobody out in the ninth. Story hooks it down.
Oh, that's foul.
Well, with the bases loaded, his hitting odds go up because the infield has to come in. They've got to cut down the run at home. They cannot just turn a normal double play. So any hard hit ball on the ground that's right at one of the fielders, of course they can throw home. But it also cuts down the percentage of cutting off that hard hit ball.
There you go. That's going to score a run. It's going to score 2 runs. It's a 10-7 ball game. Let's fucking go, boys.
3 hits and 5 knocked in.
Really good at that. He tried to pull the first one, see a sinker away, goes right up the middle. And again, with the infield in, that was going to be a hit probably no matter what, but it just cuts down the ability on a hard hit ball to make a defend the play. And now I'm almost certain this should be a ball.
8 hitter for Allen. First and second, nobody out. Let's see.
No. There's still time.
True. Now for Trevor Story, first 3-hit game since April 21st.
Yeah, this is much better than yesterday.
6 RBI game against the White Sox. Just swinging, chopper to the hold it short. Volpe will go to second with a low throw that's backhanded by Peraza. Red Sox have him at the corners now. 1 away.
This hop right there, he's got to get it, turn quick. Short arms it. Good play there. Second base.
So now David Hamilton, who came off of the bench to pinch hit for Christian Campbell last inning and struck out. Has Toro at third and Story at first.
All the times we didn't predict it, what if this is the time that's the unexpected?
It's the best time to do it. That's what nobody's thinking. Kenny, you've got more on Story.
Joe, talking to some Red Sox people about Story, they say he's just as athletic as ever. And keep in mind, he hasn't played much the previous 3 seasons. This is him kind of learning himself all over again. And obviously, it's going to take time to get back into a rhythm. Offensively and defensively, he has struggled. Perhaps this week is the week that turns it around.
Yeah, yet to play in 100 games. This time with the Red Sox is in his 4th season. There's another 2 years, as Kenny told you earlier, on that contract. But injuries have prevented him from
Hamilton to Hamilton.
Fulfilling the hype that came with it after some big seasons in Colorado. And the injuries have kept him from being able to say, hey, it wasn't just Coors Field to help him put up those numbers. I'm a legit offensive player, a legit all-around player. It's hard to know just because he hasn't been on the field. Got the Hamiltons going head-to-head here. Grounded to second. There's one over to first.
And that's a double play.
Red Sox get their first run since the fourth inning. A little breathing room.
Fucking.
Chisholm, Peraza, and Goldschmidt coming up.
But the Red Sox score 2 more runs there, and it's a 10-7 ball game.
Risen from the ashes again and again. When you think of me, you should think of fire.
Rated R.
Reed Courtyard's official fan ambassador has opened a new world for me. Now we get to hang out with NFL fans all season long.
Butterfly. Wait, what?
Yep. See you on game day.
Bigger isn't always better. Smaller
He's
AI
back again.
models can deliver the right results and help reduce AI costs up to 90%. AI built for business. IBM.
This is the one who keeps it moving. He stocks the right parts and knows just where to find them. Because this is about more than business. The industrial grade products you need. Call, click, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Saturday is Baseball Night in America on Fox, and historic rivals are at it again as Judge leads the Yankees against Devers and the Red Sox next Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Good Hands Play, sponsored by Allstate. Trevor Story having a big night for the Boston Red Sox. 3 hits, he drove in 5. And as the Red Sox in front 10-7, as this game goes to the bottom of the ninth. It's a long-time Yankee closer, Aroldis Chapman, in his first year with the Red Sox, his 16th season in the majors, and the dude still popping 100. Got the fastest pitch on record by a Red Sox, 103.8, and an easy 99 by Chisholm.
The age of this guy has been, he's a physical specimen, and he just keeps doing it. It's amazing.
Chisholm. They've only one in this inning for the Yankees. Chisholm, Peraza, Goldschmidt. When you get into Rice and Judge. And Chapman, the best he's been in a couple years. Ahead of Chisholm, 1-2. He's with the Yankees for 7 seasons. They went Kansas City and Texas. Last year, Pittsburgh. Deal with the Red Sox. It was a really good offseason. Had a lot of optimism around these guys. Strikes out Chisholm quickly.
There you go. That's out number 1. Number 44 is in the pitch. Should not be allowed to play baseball, but definitely shouldn't play for our team. He should be on the other side, I guess.
He's got 2 more pitches he can throw now. Turns on this ball down the line.
It's foul.
But Chapman, if he could get a save here, it would be his 84th.
Oswald Peraza, 1 for 3 tonight.
Mariano Rivera for the most in this ballpark. Of course, most of Mariano's career came at Old Yankee Stadium. But still, anytime you see your name with his, it's pretty cool. There's that splitter, and he's ahead 0-2. Soft bouncing ball. Meyer charges from third. Throws on the run.
That's on number 2. Yankees are down to their final out.
This Red Sox offense that has been boom or bust this year sports for 10 runs today. It's one of the top pitching staffs in baseball. I mean, they just did not have the same stuff that he's had for most of the season. They got 8 runs against him in 4 innings. Added 2 in the 9th against the Yankee pen. Fortunate trying to keep it alive. Takes inside. Ball 1 from Chapman. 0 for 4 with 3 Ks tonight. Boston pitching has done a great job on their lineup, striking out 15 Yankees. 16 on the year is the ball. 37 years old. Marvel. Strike 2.
One, 2 count. Paul Goldschmidt. And that's grounded. And that'll do it. Oh! Alright, good.
Red Sox fans hold their breath a little bit. Sees that he comes up with a smile.
He's limping a little bit. But Red Sox win it.
Can we just have nice things? Can we have anything good? Gosh. Get a series split, now they got to worry about their closer stumbling over there at first base.
Reached for the bag, didn't get it the first
Am I
time.
tripping?
Sidestep it back.
No, I'm not
The
tripping.
Red Sox have tied this series up.
Okay, I thought I was fucking tripping for a second. Because they were like talking and acting like the game wasn't over.
So it's will be the rubber match between these teams. Garrett Crochet, even though he gives up 5 runs, strikes out 9, gets the win.
It's not too early to call this a really big win for the Boston Red Sox. They had been struggling. They went down 3.
Nice win tonight. We needed that.
Kept the lead. They got tight, but the big lefty delivered when they needed.
Appreciate Crochet.
Really, as we talked about, I think has to start.
Appreciate the boys.
A little more consistency.
Appreciate Romy.
Off of it. The starting pitchers have to start picking up the slack. Offensively, they're going to be fine. They've proven they can score enough runs.
So at this point, they have to win the games. Garrett Crochet starts. Tonight they do.
But that'll bring my stream record on the year to
Thanks, Joe. Trevor,
11 and 15. Here's Trevor's story.
What does this night tell you about where you are and trying to regain your rhythm?
Yeah, it's good, man. Just nice to get the W, honestly. That's what it's about, coming here in a hostile environment, playing a good team. So, yeah, it was good to contribute on the offensive side tonight, and the guys got on base for me so I can knock them in.
The previous 3 years, you haven't played a whole lot. How difficult has this been, this whole process, trying to get back to where you were before?
Yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough. You know, a lot of injuries, a lot of things kind of out of my control, but, you know, I'm honestly just happy to be playing baseball and really enjoying the moment, trying to be present, not trying to chase the past or anything like that, but just be the best version of myself here in 2025 and the best person I can be to help this ball club win. And, yeah, tonight we did that.
That said, what does a night like this do for your confidence?
It's great. You know, anytime we can come in here and beat these guys, it feels a little more sweet, you know? And to come through in some spots with some guys on base means a lot to me. And, yeah, man, that's what I like to do.
Trevor, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Joe, back to you.
All right, Kenny, and what will have to be baby steps for these Red Sox. They get a game closer to 500, a game closer to the Yankees.
Nice job, boys. Red Sox win 10-7. Tonight, in the baseball game that happened in the Bronx, New York. Le Bronx. The Red Sox won. Guys, the Red Sox won. Finally, the Red Sox won a ball game, guys. Guys, the Red Sox finally won. The Red Sox finally won, guys. The Red Sox won. For the Yankees, Austin Wells, for whatever fucking reason, had a home run in the second inning off of Garrett Crochet. DJ LeMahieu had 2 RBIs. Pablo Reyes had an RBI, and Austin Wells had 4 RBIs. Cody Bellinger had a stolen base tonight. And then for the pitching for the Yankees, Ryan Yarbrough got the L, his first loss of the year, bringing his record to 3-1. He pitched 4 innings, gave up 9 hits, 8 earned runs, walked 2, struck out 3, gave up 1 home run, and has a 4.17 ERA. He had a sub-3 ERA coming into this game, so very, very bad night for old Ryan Yarbrough. Yuri De Los Santos pitched 3 innings, gave up 1 hit, walked 2, struck out 2, and has a 2.40 ERA. Mark Leiter Jr. pitched an inning, gave up 1 hit, and struck out 3, has a 3.38 ERA. And Ian Hamilton pitched an inning, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, walked 1, has a 5.14 ERA. For the Red Sox, they're all the Red Boston Red Sox. The rackety old Red Sox. They had a home run, 1 home run tonight, and that was by Mr. Romy Gonzalez. That was in the 4th inning off of Ryan Yarbrough. Christian Campbell had 2 RBIs. Romy Gonzalez had 2 RBIs. Trevor Story had 5 RBIs, and Abraham Toro had an RBI. Trevor Story, 5 RBIs tonight. Fucking yee! It's a beast right there. Tonight, he was at least. Mr. Ceddanne Rafaela had a stolen base. Garrett Crochet got the win, his 6th win of the year, bringing his record to 6-4. He pitched 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, walked 1, struck out 9, gave up 1 home run, and has a 2.35 ERA and a 1.98 ERA coming into this game. So yeah, it was a slugfest. Pitching didn't have a good night, but bullpen had a pretty good night, except for fucking Justin Wilson. He still got out of it. But Greg Weissert pitched an inning, struck out 3, and has a 2.83 ERA. Justin Wilson pitched an inning, gave up 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, walked 2, struck out 2, and has a 3 ERA. And then Aroldis Chapman, fucking number 44. The fucking fella who shouldn't be allowed to play. Not even a fella, he's just a dipshit. He's a punk. And he was limping there at the end. Obviously wouldn't hope that he's injured, but wouldn't really care if he was, But he got to save his 10th of the year. He pitched 1 inning, struck out 1 batter, and has a 1.73 ERA. Time of the ball game was 2 hours and 57 minutes. And yeah, I'm going to end this shit right here. I will not be live for the Red Sox and Yankees tomorrow. Right? Yeah, no, I won't. It's on Sunday Night Baseball. But if I were to stream something tonight or tomorrow night, I don't know. I don't know what I would stream. If I would stream that over NBA Finals. But I kind of just like going to bed after the race, you know? Kind of just like going to bed after the race. Even if the race ends at fucking like 6 p.m., I just like going to bed after the race. That's my fucking routine. I usually end the stream. I play like an inning. Or not an inning, like a few Road to the Show games. And then I'll go to bed. That's usually what I do after I get off. But yeah, alrighty y'all. I want to thank you guys for watching, and